Sir, you're charged with especially aggravated kidnapping. You're also charged with aggravated assault.
Hello.
And you're charged with theft of a firearm worth less than $2,500.
You're talking about stuff that is not
You will bring the jury.
Hello and welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict, and boy, do I have a case for you today.
Why is the dog chewing on this guy?
I think they've got the wrong guy
They
there.
got the wrong guy, and the dog was biting him.
He roughing him up quite a bit. There's a lawsuit.
9 out of 10 judges prefer watching the Recovery Addict live stream in their courtroom.
The fireworks are not done.
Now we're getting commentary on the case. Dati mihi Anglican for his service Latino.
Is that correct?
I didn't ask you to interrupt me. Oh, for crumb's sake.
Zelig stolen as well.
All right, welcome back to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict.
Remember in the beginning when we started 110 years ago?
It seems like it was that long ago, Gaspar, for sure. Big shout out to Irish Leone. Congratulations, you were first in chat this afternoon. And because of that, you are going to be punished. You're going to be punished. Quick witness. Mr. Robbins. Let's see if he comes out with guns blazing.
Could we geek out for just a little bit?
Sure.
All right.
Can we just geek out for a little bit? I don't know where that was from.
Walmart.
Because we here in Canada hate you and hope for bad things for you. Because we hate you.
I have the rights to protect myself, don't I?
That is in the rule book of the laws.
Okay, I'm just finding out what my buttons do. Sorry. We're back. I'm sorry. I got a little break. I got a chocolate chip cookie and a little drink of milk, so I'm ready for the afternoon. I'm ready. That was my snack. We're going to go back to court where we've just abruptly booted ourselves off. We're going to go back here right now, so hold tight. We're jumping back in.
All right, and at this point, the state will move State's Exhibit 107 into evidence.
Mr. Otake, in addition to the record we've already made. No objection. And what has been marked for identification as State's Exhibit 107 will be received in 5 minutes.
Okay. All right, Detective, I'm publishing State's Exhibit 107. We're on page 1 here. Could you explain who the email is from?
Yes, so the email is from Walmart.com.
Okay. And one more time, who the email was addressed to?
It was addressed to or sent to the email gkoenig@gmx.com.
Okay. And the email may speak for itself a little bit here, Detective, but what is the email about?
It's a notification informing the user that your package has arrived.
Okay. And we're going to go to page 2 of the exhibit. How many items arrived?
There were 2 items.
Okay. And what was item 2 that arrived?
So item number 2 is called Night 64 gigabyte, which is parentheses 800 hours, hidden voice recorder, HD audio recorder, not sure how to pronounce this word, Gabadora de Vol Espia, voice activated recorder, spy device, comma, a secret recording device.
Okay. And going back to page 1 of the exhibit, Detective, what date did this email come in?
So it came in on December 31st, 2024 at 8:52 a.m.
Okay. And does the email also state when the order was placed?
Yes.
And when was that?
So the order date was on Friday, December 27, 2024.
Got it. Okay. I'm going to take the exhibit down, Detective. I'm going to retrieve the exhibit from you.
Big spender. Secret spy device, just $53. You too could buy one. That was the email the defense fought so hard to keep out.
No problem.
Thanks for checking.
Okay. Detective Inuma, I'm going to do 2 for 1 right now. I'm going to approach with what's been marked as State's Exhibit 108 and 109, previously shown to defense counsel.
Okay, thank you.
May I approach? Okay, Detective Inuma, I'm handing you now what's been marked as State's Exhibit 108 and 109. And if you need to refer to them on the back side of the last page of each exhibit, there's a little sticker with the number if you need to find it. Could you take a look through both exhibits, and when you're done, let me know.
Okay.
Okay, let's start with exhibit 108, Detective, do you recognize what that is?
Yes.
Okay. What is that artifact?
So it's an email.
Okay. Who was the email from?
So the email is from a user, gkoenig at proinbox.com.
Is that one of the emails you mentioned earlier?
Yes, it was one of the email that was associated with the iPhone 13 Pro, evidence item number 42.
Okay. And who was the email addressed to?
It was addressed to a person by the email, just by looking at the name, Andrea Miller at, I think it's like KYNDRYL.com.
Okay. And this exhibit states Exhibit 108. Is that a true and accurate copy of the artifact that you observed during your examination of item number 48, the laptop in this case?
Yes.
Okay. At this point, the state moves Exhibit 108 into evidence.
No objection, Your Honor.
With the mark for identification of Exhibit 108 is received into evidence.
And Detective, could you take a look at 109 that you have as well?
Yes.
Do you recognize what this is?
Yes.
Okay. What type of artifacts are these?
So these were email, like a purchase from LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Okay. And where did you find these emails on the computer?
Oh, it was in the email file.
Okay, sorry. Who were the emails addressed to?
It was addressed to the email address gkoenig at proinbox.com.
Okay. And how many pages are in this exhibit?
Six.
Okay. And does this exhibit fairly, or is it a true and accurate copy of the emails addressed to gkoenig at proinbox.com regarding LinkedIn?
Minus the highlight, yes.
Okay. And again, there are portions of Exhibit 109 that have highlights?
Yes.
And I'll ask you this every time. Do the highlights mean anything with regards to the information in the exhibit?
No.
Okay. And they are true and accurate copy otherwise?
Yes.
Okay. At this point, the state moves Exhibit 109 into evidence.
No objection. With the mark for identification of Exhibit 109 is received into evidence.
Okay. Detective Newman, we're going to publish 108 on the screen. Okay. And could you tell us who this email, what email address, or could you show us on the screen which email address this came from?
Okay. So the email address came from the user, well, under Gerhard Koenig, under the email address gkoenig at proinbox.com.
And what date and time was the email sent?
It was sent on December 6, 2024 at 8:24 a.m.
Whoa, it's spicy.
And who was the recipient, or what email address was the recipient of the email?
So it's Andrea.Miller at KYNDRYL.com.
And what was the subject of the email?
The subject was titled, Your Husband, Jeff.
Okay. I'm not going to ask you to read the whole email, Detective, but to publish it, I will leave it up on the screen for a few seconds, if that's okay.
Okay.
Very sorry to contact you, but I don't know what else to do. I want you to do the same for me, even though I don't know you. Your husband Jeff and my wife Ariel have been having an inappropriate relationship that they have been deliberately hiding from us. They are coworkers. I just found out, confronted my wife with it, and she confirmed it. Again, I don't know how else to say it, but I would want you to know, so I'm telling you. My number is blank. If you would like to speak with me, or you can email me at blank. My wife's Ariel's phone number is blank, and her email is blank. I have not reached out to Jeff. I wanted to tell you first. It seems like he is...
Okay. I'll leave the exhibit up
There's
for just
more.
another couple of seconds, and then I'll take it down.
Wow. He went to the spouse of the emotional affair partner.
I'm going to take down State's Exhibit 108. Okay, Detective Inuma, I'm going to retrieve the exhibits from you now. Both of them.
Okay.
They'll hand 108 and 109 to the clerk.
Mr. Barrow, asked you to go a little bit more. We'll take our break in about 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay. We can get through at least one more exhibit. Okay. Again, I'm going to hand you two exhibits at once here, Detective. States 110 and 111.
Thank you.
Okay, Detective. I've handed you States 110 and 111. Could you take a look at those for us?
Okay.
Okay. Do you recognize what I've just handed you?
Yes.
Okay. What are these?
So these are artifacts of the searches that was made on the computer from Google searches regarding hikes.
You said these are artifacts regarding hikes?
Ooh, hike-related searches.
Yeah, regarding hikes. Oh, it has other things too, but regarding hikes.
Okay. And are these artifacts, sorry to clarify, are they search history artifacts?
Yes.
Okay, and what is the date range of these search history artifacts?
So so it's from February 28, 2025, and then the last one is March 4th, 2025.
Okay. Are these true and accurate copies of the search history artifacts related to hiking that you found on item 48, the laptop with the username G Coney?
Yep, so the first one, that's one I highlighted during my search under my report. The second one, it's highlighted, and again, it doesn't mean anything.
The highlights, again, don't mean anything?
Correct.
Okay. So other than the highlights, are they true and accurate copies of the artifacts you found on the laptop?
Yes.
Okay, at this point, the state moves Exhibit 110 and 111 into evidence.
The highlighting is a problem.
Was marked for identification as states exhibit 110 and 111 to be received as evidence.
Okay. Detective Newman, I'm going to publish states 110. Okay, could you explain to us what we're looking at?
Okay, so this is what I use for the Axiom software. So I filtered it, and if you look at it, these are all search history relating to hikes. The search term was provided from the search warrant.
Okay. And we're going to move on to States Exhibit 111. And we're going to go through each page here, Detective. So could you explain to us...
Secret hikes.
Going from the top. So page 1 of Exhibit 111, what is the search term?
The search term for this was Maui secret hikes.
Okay. And how does the software pull that search term?
So it was, the artifact was from the Google search database. And as far as I was explaining earlier, if the person actually typed it in or if it was in one of those Dropbox. So as you can see, it is as a queue, as in query. So the person had to type in Maui first, and then afterwards, it's going to have a Dropbox. But in this case particular, it tells you over here, the original search inquiry was Maui secret hikes.
Okay. And could you point out to which area it said the original search query was?
Yeah, right over here.
And again, just to remind us one more time, what user on the laptop is putting this search query in?
So it's under the user G20.
And what date and time was this search done?
It was done on February 28, 2025 at 2:55 p.m.
Okay. Detective Newman, we're going to go to page 2 of the exhibit.
So whose idea was the hike?
Date and time as well as the original search query for this page.
Okay. The date and time is February 28, 2025 at 3:13 p.m. The original search query was secret hike Waikamoi Falls.
All right, we're going to move on to page 3, Detective. Could you tell us what the date and time of the search was, as well as the search query?
Okay, so the date and time was February 28, 2025 at 3:17 p.m. The original search word was best hikes on Oahu.
We're going to go to page 4. Detective, are we still looking at a Google search for page 4 of this exhibit?
Not this one.
Okay. Could you tell us then the last visited date and time of this page, as well as the title of the page?
Yeah, so this is the website called alltrails.com. The last visited date time was February 28, 2025 at 3:17 p.m. The title of this is called 10 Best Trails and Hikes in Oahu.
That's a good website for hikes. All
Detective,
Trails
we're
is
going to go to
good.
page 5 of the exhibit. Could you tell us what sort of website we're looking at with this artifact?
So this is a YouTube video. Based on if you look at the URL, it's youtube.com, and it's a video file.
You watched
And
it
what
twice.
date and time was this YouTube video last visited?
It was February 28, 2025 at 3:30 p.m. And the title was called Easy Hike on Oahu, Makapu'u Lighthouse Trail, and it's a YouTube.
Page 6 of the exhibit, Detective. What are we looking at with this page?
So it's another YouTube video. It was visited on February 28, 2025 at 3:30 p.m. The title is called The Top 10 Easy Oahu Hikes for Everyone, Hawaii YouTube.
Okay. Move on to page number 7 of the exhibit. What type of web page is this, Detective?
So this is a Google search. So the person typed in the word.
Okay. And what was the original search query?
So the original search query was difficult.
Okay. And what was the ultimate search term?
So the search term was difficult hikes Oahu.
Okay, how do you get from that original search query, difficult, to the search term difficult hikes Oahu?
So that's one I was mentioning earlier in the Google search bar. When you start typing in, for this example, difficult, and you're going to have all these drop box that tries to predict what you're trying to type next.
And what date and time was this search about difficult hikes Oahu done?
It was done on February 28, 2025 at 3:31 p.m.
A couple more pages, Detective, to page 8 of the exhibit. What kind of website is this?
So the website is called journeyarrow.com/Oahu-hikes.
And what date and time was this visited?
It was visited on February 28, 2025 at 3:36 p.m.
And could you explain what the transition type link means?
So the user probably clicked on some kind of website that took them to this page.
Okay. Page number 9 of the exhibit, Detective. What website are we looking at? What's the last visited date and time? What's the title?
So the last visited was on February 28, 2025 at 3:36 p.m. The title of this webpage is called The 35 Best Hikes on Oahu, The Ultimate Guide.
Stairway to Heaven, Oahu, Hawaii.
And what does the URL say?
So the URL said that this was under the Stairway to Heaven, Oahu, Hawaii webpage.
Your search, guys. Your
And last page of the exhibit, Detective. What is the website we're looking at? And what is the title and what is the last visit date and time?
Okay, so it was last visited on March 3rd, 2025 at 7:19 a.m. The title of this page is called Palipuka Hike on Oahu, Hawaii, The Hiker's Guide.
Okay. All right, I'll take the exhibit down, Detective, and I'll retrieve the exhibits. Yes.
Time for break.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, thanks for hanging in there. It's a long morning session. We'll take our morning recess. We'll come back shortly after 11 o'clock. We'll go as far as we can before we take our lunch break. Leave your notebooks on the chair. All rise.
We have to zip ahead because we want to finish today. All right. Break time's over. Y'all come back and sit down.
One CPC-25-373. Dr. Koenig is present in court with all 4 counsel of record. All jurors are back in the courtroom, and Detective Dinuma still on stand under oath.
I'm good. We didn't have to reintroduce all the jurors because they just took a 10-minute potty break.
Okay, Detective, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to retrieve the exhibits that are left up on the stand from before the recess. I can take the photos. I'll hand them to the clerk. All right, Detective. We finished up looking at State's Exhibit 111. I'm going to put the last page of that exhibit back up on the screen. So the last website you mentioned was the Palipuka hike at journeyarrow.com. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. During the course of your investigation, did you ever visit this website?
Yes.
I'm going to approach with what's been marked as State's Exhibit 112, previously shown to defense. Could you take a look at State's Exhibit 112? And as you do that, I'll take 111 off the screen.
Yes.
Detective Newman, do you recognize what I've just handed you?
Yes.
Okay, what is that?
So this is okay. So I use we call it the Wayback Machine. So Wayback Machine is an online website that allows the user to go back in time to visit a certain, it can be any website, right? And it's like an internet archive, and it creates an accurate snapshot of what that website appeared on that particular date and time in history. And this is it's run by a nonprofit organization, and we use it in our industry. This was also brought up to us by the NCFI, the National Computer Forensic Institute, if you want to go back on the website and see what it looked like.
Okay. So can you explain why you went back to look at the Wayback Machine to look at historically what this journeyarrow.com article about the Palipuka hike looked like?
Yeah, so in this case, the user of the computer visited this webpage on March 3rd, 2025. So I wanted to see the content that was posted around that time.
Okay. And how did you use the Wayback Machine to view the content as the user would have seen it on March 3rd, 2025?
Okay, so I used two different dates, right? So one was, occurred prior to the search, which was on January 14th, 2025, and I used another a key point of was April 26, 2025 to see if there were any changes on the website.
Okay, so you said these two different dates. Are those different dates that the Wayback Machine archived that website?
Yes.
Okay. And did you then compare the content on those two different dates?
Yes.
Okay. Was there any difference between the content between the January 14, 2025 date and the April 26, 2025 date that website was archived?
No, they're the same.
And which date then do you have up there with States Exhibit 112?
So this one, it was from the January 14th, 2025.
Okay. So the archived copy of this website about the Polypuka hike you have from the archive date of January 14th, 2025?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And is this a true and accurate copy of the archived copy of that website on that date?
Yes.
This is
And
the
you mentioned that you
IT
use
technical
the Wayback
investigator
Industry,
dude.
or the Wayback Machine in your work. Can you explain that?
So anytime if we have, doing investigation and we just wanted to do further investigation what the person was possibly looking at on a particular website, this is the website we'll use to go back in time and see what the person saw.
Is the Wayback
name is
Machine
Thomas
commonly used in the field of digital forensics?
Inuma.
Yes.
Is it known to be accurate in the field of digital forensics?
Yes.
At this point, the state will move to admit Exhibit 112 into evidence.
Mr. O'Connor. No objection. Would it be marked for identification as States Exhibit 112?
This is useful if a website changes over time.
Detective Numa,
Like
I'm
a
going
blog
to
page or
publish
something.
States Exhibit 112 onto the screen. Okay, and we're going to go through a couple pages, and I'm going to zoom in on areas and ask you to read them first.
That's a
But
big
before we
drop.
start into the web page, I'm going to zoom into the very top of the page here.
Not a sheer cliff in that
What
area.
is that part of the web page?
Okay, so this is the URL from the Wayback Machine. So this is basically, it's indicating that this is the website I visited. And in the date that 2025, it's going to be November, or was it January 14th? So that's the date that it was able to capture for this exhibit,
So
for the website.
2025 01
0114.
14. That's the archive date.
Yes, correct.
Okay, I'm going to take that down. And we're going to go to page 2. And I'm going to zoom in to the first paragraph. And we're going to look at line 2 and 3. Detective Yuma, could you read us the sentence that starts in that middle of line 2?
Yes. The Poly Lookout itself is a popular tourist spot, but 99% of visitors to the lookout don't hike. They just look out over the valley. The Poly Notches hike begins on the right-hand side of the parking lookout.
Okay, thank you, Detective. I'm going to zoom into the bottom 2 lines of
So
paragraph
most of the
2,
people
Detective.
just take a picture from the parking lot and then turn around and leave.
Could you read the bottom 2 lines of paragraph 2 on this page?
Yes. Okay. The hike isn't necessarily dangerous, but much of the path is on the edge of a huge drop-off. Does that make it dangerous? You decide.
Okay. I'm going to remove that zoomed area. Right. We're going to move on to page 3, Detective. All right, I'm going to zoom
Your Honor,
in.
For purposes of completeness, can we go back and zoom in on the last paragraph?
I have no objection. Go ahead. All right, I'll zoom in on the last paragraph, Detective,
Okay.
and we will have you read that to us as well. Okay?
Yes. The path is wide enough that there is no real risk if you watch your footing and play it safe. If you want to look out at the amazing view, it's best to stop walking and enjoy it while you have a steady position.
Thank you, Detective. We're going to move on to the next page, page 3. Could you, I'm going to zoom in on the text that's on the bottom of the page. You could read that to us.
Okay. The trail heads straight up the hill in the undergrowth and then spits you out on the edge of the cliff with a huge drop-off. You then walk along the cliff.
Okay. We'll move to page 4. And could you finish the sentence you were just reading?
You have to bring your own chair.
Edge, watching your step carefully.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, I made the whole paragraph for completeness. Thank you.
For the whole,
Detective, I think we're just going to have you go through and read.
Can you read
each
the
paragraph.
entire
Okay, but I'm
brochure?
going to let you know that I'm zooming in so that everybody can read along with you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Could you finish the first paragraph on the top of page 4?
Yes. From the first viewpoint, you can see Kaneohe, the polytunnels, and even Chinaman's Hat on a clear day. If you are classy as my friends, you might find this a great place to enjoy a drink and relax, and one of my favorite sunset hikes on Oahu.
Just make sure it's just one, because after
You now
like
continue
2
on
or 3
in search
beers,
of the puka. Keep following the trail, and
Hard to
another
get back
5
down.
or so minutes will bring you to the hole in the rock. This is why you did the Pali Puka hike. So hopefully a rainbow appears for you too. If you love pukas as much as we do, you got to check out the Tom Tom Trail for another great puka.
Okay, we're gonna move on to page 5, Detective.
oh, we have a puka picture.
Okay.
There's a
We have
puka.
page 5 up, Detective, and I'm going to zoom in on the 2 paragraphs.
Okay, so it's going to be keep climbing Pali Puka for the sunset spot. If you continue on now, the path will lead into the trees. You can keep going, but it gets quite steep, and you will need to use the rope already there. It's nothing crazy in my opinion, but some may find it a bit challenging. It is important to note, if you do go past the Puka point for sunset, it will be dark coming down, so bring a light for safety. After 10 to 15 minutes of climbing up the rocks and trees with the ropes, you might be a bit breathless, but the view will make up for it. The mountains look just freaking amazing. Here's the best part. If you are hiking at the right time of the year, the sun will creep through the gap in the mountain range and give you
I'm going to go on to
big
page
wet
6,
kiss.
Detective. Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's your home screen. You close the app.
Dates. We're going to put 112 back up on the screen. And we got page 5 up there. So we're going to move to page 6, and we'll zoom in on the top paragraph, Detective. Could you finish up that paragraph?
Yes. A great photo. I went in May for this photo. Unfortunately, I was taking a time lapse and only got this photo, but I'm sure you can get some nice sun stars and rays if you have the right settings. We saw it with our own eyes, which was more than enough as a memory of the Pali Puka hike.
Okay, and
The hole in the
would
bush
you
is before
read
the
for
hole in the
us
rock.
what I'm zooming in on now, that last paragraph in the middle of this page.
Yes.
Hole in the
Be
bush
safe
comes
going
first.
down and take it slow, as it can be slippery and the drop looks very unforgiving. Stay safe and enjoy the Pali Puka hike.
Okay. Thank you, Detective. Okay. Detective Inuma, I'm going to take the exhibit down from the screen, and I'm going to retrieve it from you.
Sounds like a beautiful hike to not go on.
And
That's when I'd
112
probably
goes
send a
up.
drone up.
And to move things along, Detective, I'm just going to hand you States Exhibit 113, as well as...
Miss Greeners.
I'll just start with 113, actually. States Exhibit 113, showing to Defense Counsel. Thank you. May I approach? Yes. Okay, Detective, could you take a look at States Exhibit 113? Let us know when you're done.
Need FAA clearance for the drone in that area. You'll probably climb into over 400 feet in elevation, so you'll need to take off from halfway up the trail or something.
Okay.
Okay, have you had a chance to review States Exhibit 113?
Yes.
Do you recognize what I've handed you?
Yes.
What is this?
So these are documents, like artifacts, that shows that the user of this device on this computer was accessing a document under the divorce folder.
Okay. Is this an artifact or the actual document?
This is just artifacts.
Okay. And are these artifacts generated by the computer automatically?
Yes.
And are these true and accurate artifacts that you found on the laptop, item number 48, as you did the examination about access to documents involving divorce?
Yes, except for the highlighted portion.
Okay, and same thing with the highlights, they are just a search tool?
Just a search tool.
Okay, so they don't mean any words more or less important?
Yes.
Okay. At this point, the state will move to enter 113 into evidence.
Okay. No objection. Was there more for identification of States Exhibit 113 is received into evidence?
Okay, Detective, I'm going to publish States 113. And if you could explain to us, and this is page 1, could you explain to us the very top what the file name is?
So this is the file name of the document that was associated with these artifacts. So this was a PDF document, and then the file name was BOFA Amex e-statement. It appears it's from December 24, 2015.
Got it. And can you still get the data of when the user last accessed the document?
The user last accessed on December 14, 2024 at 10:45 p.m.
And could you explain to us the file path of how to find this document on the laptop?
Yes. So the file path is from the user G Coney, and then it used the application Dropbox, and then it's under the folder of JPR divorce 2016-04 hearing supported document, and then that's the actual document.
Got it. Okay, so that's the direction you would take on the computer to find that file.
Yes. Do you want me to explain what a Dropbox is?
Could you explain what Dropbox is? Yes.
Okay, so Dropbox is an online, like a backup server, like a cloud storage. It backs up your files and folders from your computer or your phone. You can access it anywhere you want as long as you have internet connection and you have the account access. You can also do it offline. You can also work at offline, and when you connect it back to online, everything's going to sync.
Okay. We'll move on to page number 2 of the exhibit, Detective. Could you explain to us what the file name was, and then go into when the file was last accessed?
The file name is PK Chase SW 2016-01 statement, and it's a PDF file. Okay. And it was last accessed on December 31st, 2024 at 8:38 p.m.
Okay. And then could you go through the file path for us one more time?
Yeah, so it's under the user G Coney. It's a Dropbox JPR. It's in the sub divorce folder, 2016-04 hearing, supported documents, and then the actual document itself.
Okay. And we're going to move on to page 3, Detective. Could you explain to us what the file name of this one is?
The file name is 2012-04-12, and it's called gentplaintext.pdf. So it's a PDF file. And it was last accessed on this computer on January 7, 2025 at 6:59 a.m.
Okay. And could you explain the file path for this document?
Yes. So it's the user G Coney. It's in the Dropbox under the JPR folder, divorce 2016-04 hearing. Jesse lived extravagant life, and that's the document file that was located.
So which is the last folder that this document is contained in?
It's right over here. Jesse lived extravagant life.
Okay. And we'll move on to our last piece of this exhibit, Detective.
Francis, that's
Page
awesome.
number 4.
Hope she
Can you
gets
tell us
it.
what the file name is?
The file name is PK Chase Freedom 2015-12 statement PDF, and it's a PDF file.
And when was this last accessed?
It was last accessed on February 3rd, 2025 at 8:42 a.m.
And without going through the entire file path again, was this in the supporting documents folder of that 2016 hearing in the divorce folder?
Supportive documents, correct.
Okay. I'm going to take the exhibit down, and I'll retrieve it from you, Detective. As I retrieve the exhibit from you, I'm going to approach with states 114, showing the defense. All right, so I'm going to retrieve 113. I'm going to hand you 114. And as I hand exhibit 113 to the clerk, could you review states exhibit 114, please?
Yes.
Have you had a chance to review this?
Yes.
Okay, what is this?
So this is a Word document file relating to a 2018 tax created from the user G Coney.
Okay, so this is the first time that you've testified this morning about a Word document, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Does the Word document show an author?
Yes.
Who was the author according to the metadata?
So the author is Gerhard Koenig.
Does the metadata also show you who the last author is?
Yes.
Who is the last author of this document?
The last author is Gerhard Koenig.
Can you tell from the metadata when this document was last edited? Or modified, I'm sorry.
Okay, so it was last modified on March 12, 2019 at 3:02 p.m.
And is there any attachment to the metadata page for this exhibit?
Yes.
Okay. And is the attachment a portion of the entire Word document?
Yes.
Is this a true and accurate copy of, again, that portion of the Word document along with the metadata that you found on the laptop, item number 48
So,
in this case?
okay, so for the Word document, it was highlighted and it was redacted.
Okay. What kind of information was redacted?
It was a Social Security number.
Okay. So other than the Social Security numbers being redacted, is the content of the Word document a true and accurate copy?
Yes.
And again, there's highlights in this part, right?
Yes.
Same as always, the highlights don't mean anything?
It doesn't mean anything.
Okay. And for page 1, for the metadata, is that a true and accurate copy of the metadata that you found related to this Word document?
Yes.
Okay. At this point, the state moves Exhibit 114 into evidence.
I'm still talking. Well, can we? Well, maybe can we approach? I don't want to do a speaking objection. It's just part of the document.
I don't want to do a speaking objection, but I'm going to say it anyway so that the jury can hear that I'm doing a speaking objection. Those guys, a piece of work. Piece of work, I tell you. All right. Skipping ahead because we can. Quick little speaking objection. All right. Looks like the good doctor has been put to work. They've assigned him some paperwork or something. I think he's doing some light collating for the team.
It's admitted later. Understood. So where's the mark for identification of, including the full attachment, as states exhibit 114 we received into evidence?
Okay. Detective Numa will retrieve that exhibit from you, and we'll come back later with everything. Okay.
Defense objection prevails.
So I'm going
so
to
far.
retrieve from you 114, and I'll approach with states 115. Okay, could you take a look through states 115?
Yes.
Okay, do you recognize what this is?
Yes.
Okay, and what is this?
So this is an artifact from the user of this device accessing appears to be a backup server via internet.
Okay, and which user are we talking about?
It's under user G-Coney.
Okay. And is this artifacts that are generated automatically by the computer with user activity on the computer?
Yes.
Okay. When you were looking, or when you were executing your search warrant on this device, did you actually have access to the underlying documents that the user was accessing, as indicated by the metadata in this exhibit?
For this particular one, no.
Okay. And could you explain what you meant by a backup?
Okay, so backup. So this program is called Memeo, M-E-M-E-O. So it's an online backup server. It backups your files and folders, as I was explained to you earlier. It's like a iCloud or Google Drive, something very similar to that degree.
And is this exhibit a true and accurate copy of the metadata regarding the user G. Koenig's access to this backup that you found in this case on item 48, the laptop?
Excluding the highlight, yes.
Okay. At this point, the state moves to enter exhibit 115 into evidence.
Mr. Otake. No objection. The mark for identification of states exhibit 115 is received into evidence.
Okay, Detective Inuma, we're going to put states 115 on the screen. Could you explain to us what you meant by, or could you show to us in the second line what user is conducting this conducting this activity?
Yeah, so the user is G. Coney, right over here.
And what date and time is the user conducting this activity?
It was accessed on January 9, 2025 at 9:10 p.m.
Okay, and are you able to tell which computer application the user is accessing this from?
So it was accessing through the Internet Explorer, the Edge.
And could you explain to us the URL that we're looking at the top?
Yes, so this is the file path for the URL. So this is the backup server that takes you directly to the Memeo company.
Okay, and then what is after the backup server?
Yeah, so after the backup server, so if you look further down, so this user access an account belonging to Ari, look into a folder called Documents, and under a subfolder called Divorce, and access this file named notes.docs.
Okay, and are you able to determine which user's backup data this was? Was it G. Coney's backup data?
No, it appears, based on the URL, it appears to be the username for Ari. Okay. And this is a docs, docx, that's a Word document file.
Got it. All right, we'll move on to page 2, Detective. Could you explain to us what this page of the exhibit shows?
Okay, so this one is similar to the last one. So this was access to the Internet Explorer, the Edge. This was accessed on January 9, 2025 at 9:14 p.m. And then it's the same, so the user is G. Coney, and they access the Memeo server, backup server, and access an account belonging to a person or username Ari, went into the download folder, and then access the complaint for absolute divorce document. It's a Word document.
Can you tell from the URL when the backup date was? So when these files were actually uploaded?
So there's dates on there, but I wouldn't know for sure unless I reach out to the company to verify what these dates particular means.
Okay. And our last page of this exhibit, could you explain what we're seeing on this one?
Yeah, so this one, it was also used by the Internet Explorer under the Edge. This was accessed on January 9, 2025 at 9:15 p.m. And then the user, G-Coney, went access the Mimeo backup server, accessing the user account for Airy, went into the download folder, and then viewed the Rosen divorce PDF file.
Okay. I'm going to take the exhibit down, Detective, and I will retrieve the exhibit from you as I bring up to you State's Exhibit 116, showing to defense counsel.
There's always another exhibit, one after another. RA divorce folder. It sounds like Ariel might have been making some plans.
117, Detective. I'm sorry, 118 as 117 is already in evidence.
Doesn't make sense that Ariel was using his account to back up her divorce notes. Sounded like he was grabbing a copy of what she had written.
I apologize, Detective. Now I have 118. I will show the defense and bring it to you.
Thank you.
I'm retrieving 115. Okay, Detective Inuma, could you take a look through State's Exhibit 118 and let us know when you're done? Okay, do you recognize what I've handed you?
Yes.
Okay, and what is this?
So this is an email file that was sent to an individual under the username G-Coney.
Okay, who was the, you said this is an email file. Are there any attachments to it?
Yes.
Okay, are those attachments included in the exhibit?
Yes.
Who was the email address sending the email?
So the email address, sorry, you mean the user of the email sending to the recipient?
Which email address is this from?
Okay. Yeah, this email address is from gkoenig at proinbox.com.
Okay, and is that the same email you've referenced a couple of times before already this morning?
Yes.
All right, and who was the email sent to?
It's sent to, the email address is bryant.bunting@gmail.com.
And is this exhibit a true and accurate copy of the metadata attached to the email along with the email attachments?
Yes.
Okay. Did you actually have access to any content in the email or just the attachments?
So inside the content, there was nothing inside the content, but there was attachment.
Okay, so there was no like email message. It was just a bunch of attachments.
Yes.
Okay. And at this point, the state will move to admit the State's Exhibit 118.
Okay, no objection. Move to mark for identification as State's Exhibit 118 is received into evidence.
Okay, Detective Inuma, I'm going to publish the exhibit. All right. I'm going to zoom in on the top of the page. Okay, so you've already told us who the email was to and from. Could you tell us the date and time of the email?
Yes, the date and time is December 4, 2024 at 3:33 p.m.
Okay. And what was the subject line of the email?
The subject line was stuff.
Okay. And you already told us that there was no content to the email messages, but I'm going to zoom in on this portion that says attachment names.
You really like that Proinbox
What are the attachments to this email?
So there were 3 attachments to this email. The first one was called screen time and deleted messages.docs. The second attachment was called some saved chats with pictures.docs. And the third one was chat.txt file.
Okay. All right. And Detective, we're going to go through. Do you recognize there's 3 attachments to this email, right?
Yes.
Okay. And if I go through the attachment, can you tell us which attachment is in order?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to go to page 2 of this. Which attachment are we looking at here?
So this is the first one. This is under the screen time and deleted messages.
Okay. Detective Inuma, I'm going to zoom in on the text here. What does that say?
So it says 7 hour on screen in 10 days. So about an hour per day messaging on workday. Messages in thread do not support this. Vast majority are deleted. 5+ hours in background. Phone calls, question mark.
Okay, I'm going to take that down.
He's doing the math
Detective,
on
we're
her
gonna move on
usage of
to the
WhatsApp.
next page. Okay,
Let me look at my usage of WhatsApp really quickly.
okay, and we're on page, I believe, 4 now. Could you tell us the title at the top of this page?
The title is called Deleted Messages from Sunday or Sun 12-1, parenthesis, all deleted.
Okay, we're going to keep moving forward, Detective. And now we're on page 6, I believe. Are we still in that first attachment, the one you mentioned earlier?
Yes, still under the first attachment.
Okay. Let me take it down for just a second, Detective. And I'm going to put it back up. So I put page 6 back up. Putting now page 7. Could you let us know when we get to the next document that's been attached to this email?
Yes. And that concludes the first attachment files.
Okay. What's the name of the second attachment?
The second one is called Some Saved Chats with pictures.docs.
Okay. And we're at page 11 now. Is this the first page of that document?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to scroll through, Detective.
My WhatsApp usage doesn't even make it to the top. Whoa, we got memes?
All right.
You missed all
now
the
we're on
memes?
page 23.
Yes.
Is this still the same document?
So this is the third document.
Chat.txt?
Yes.
What is a TXT file?
So TXT is a type of format. It's text-based. So in this purpose, we have to convert it to a PDF so you can display it.
Okay. All right, I'm going to take the exhibit down. I'm going to retrieve exhibit 118 from you. And I'm going to approach with states exhibits. Let's skip ahead a little bit. We're going to approach with states exhibit 1, 2, 4.
I get an average
I'm
of
sorry.
327 notifications a day. Holy
Here's
smokes.
states exhibit 1, 2, 2. I'm retrieving states 118. Could you take a look at states 1, 2, 2, Detective?
Almost all of them are from mod chats. My notifications are all from mod chat. That's funny.
Yes.
Do you recognize what that is?
Yes.
What is that?
So this is a Excel file that was found on the computer.
Okay. You say it's an Excel file. Is there also an attached metadata?
Yes.
Okay. And can you tell who the author of the file was?
Yes, the author is Gerhard Koenig.
Okay. And is the entire... sorry. And when was this file last... Or what's the file name that we're talking about here?
The file name is underscore chat, parenthesis work phone, parenthesis dot xlsx
Okay.
file.
Is this exhibit a true and accurate copy of the metadata along with the XLS, or the file that was attached to this?
Yes, minus the highlighted portion. And then this was converted from an Excel file to a PDF.
I see. Okay. At this point, the state will move to introduce states 1, 2, 2 into evidence.
I just got a LinkedIn update from a friend of mine who passed away over a year ago.
Objection.
LinkedIn just thought it'd be a good idea. Send a congratulations about their
Okay,
job.
Detective Inuma,
Like,
I'm going to put the metadata page for states 1,
Passed.
2, 2 on the screen. I apologize, the screen is now...
sad part is other
Single
people
page
were
of the
posting,
homework,
hey, congratulations on your anniversary.
All right, I'm going to put states
He's
1,
been
2, 2
dead for a
on the
year.
screen at page 1. Okay. Can you tell us when this
No, it was
file,
helpful.
this chat work phone file was last accessed?
It was last accessed on January 3rd, 2025 at 2:01 p.m.
And could you explain to us the file path to find this document?
Okay, so this one is under the user Pony. It's in the Dropbox application. In the active projects, under the folder, new folder, and that's where you find the Excel file.
This officer
And
keeps
could you
assaulting
tell
the
us,
mic with
or
his
does the
sleeve
metadata tell
every
you
time he
when
stands
this
up.
file was created?
Yes.
Okay. And when was that?
It was created on December 24, 2024 at 12:49 p.m.
It's a nice Airbnb. I looked
And
at it.
going through the rest of the document, is it what does it contain?
So it contained a chat messages between Jeff Miller and Ariel Koenig.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move us along to States Exhibit 133 now, Detective. I'm going to approach you with that exhibit, and it's been shown to defense.
133.
123.
Oh, sorry, 23.
I don't know what your watch hours
I'm
are.
approach with States
but
123, Detective.
I can see that all of you collectively watch between about
Take a look at that, please.
200 and 500,000 watch hours a month. So like 500,000 watch hours a month on my channel. So that's a lot of hours. Thank you, by the way. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Detective, do you recognize what that is?
Yes.
Okay, what is that?
So this is a text file that was located on the user device G-Koenig.
Okay, and what was the name of the file?
The file name was _chat, parenthesis, pers, phone, parenthesis, .txt file.
Okay, and Detective Inuma, I know we just did States 122, which was chat work phone. What is contained in chat purse phone?
So it also contains text messages between Jeff Miller and Ariel Koenig.
All right, and for the exhibit that you have up there with you, States 123, is there both the metadata attached to the user activity with regards to this file as well as the file?
Yes.
Is that a true and accurate copy of the metadata that you saw on the software along with the file?
Yes.
At this point, the state moves exhibit 123 into evidence.
Mr. Okay. No objection. This is marked for identification as States Exhibit 123 is admitted into evidence.
Okay, I'm going to publish. And Detective Inuma, we're not going to go through the entire chat this time either, but can you go through when this was created, the file path, and then when it was last accessed?
Yes. Okay. So it was created on December 8, 2024 at 3:18 p.m. And then this is the file path to retrieve the document. So this is the user G-Koenig. It was in the Dropbox application under the folder active projects subfolder, and then this is where we're able to recover the document.
Okay. And when was the document last accessed by the user?
It was last accessed on January 7th, 2025 at 9:06 a.m.
Okay. And then again, you said that the attached file is the messages.
Yes.
Okay. We'll keep moving, Detective. I'm going to retrieve Exhibit 123 from you, and I'm going to approach with Exhibit 124. I'm going to hand Exhibit 123 to the clerk.
Stuff like that's awesome.
Okay, Detective, could you look through States Exhibit 124 for us, please?
It looks like your phone battery must have died or something and knocked you off for a little while you recharged it. Whoa, Super T.
Okay, have you had a chance to look through the exhibit?
Yes.
Okay. And what have I just handed you?
So these are documents found under the same device, under the username G-Koenig, and it contains documents relating to wedding.
To a wedding?
Yes, to a wedding.
Okay. And is this exhibit both metadata as well as attachments?
Yes.
Okay. Does every metadata have an attachment?
Yes.
Okay. Are the exhibits true and accurate copies of the metadata along with the attachments?
Yes.
And again, any highlighting doesn't mean anything, right?
Yeah, the highlighted doesn't mean anything. Just usually for search purpose.
Okay. At this point, the state will move to enter States Exhibit 124.
Mr. Okay. No objection. Where the mark for identification as States Exhibit 124 is received into evidence.
Okay. I'm going to publish the first page of States 124. Detective Inuma, could you tell us the title of this document that's we have the metadata here for on the first page?
Yes. The title is called the W, and I think it's a 0223 parenthesis GK parenthesis, and it's an Excel file.
Okay. And could you tell us who the author of the document is?
So the author is, it's right over here, Worth and AI, or right over here.
Okay. Could you tell us who the last author is?
The last author is Gerhard Koenig.
Okay. And could you tell us the last modified date?
The last modified date is right over here. February 23rd, 2018 at 6:18 a.m.
Okay. And then could you tell us when, I'm sorry, I'm going to have you keep pointing, when this Excel spreadsheet was last viewed by the user on this laptop?
Yes, so it was last accessed on December 30, 2024 at 7:29 p.m.
Okay. And with regards to this spreadsheet, what's in the spreadsheet?
So in the spreadsheet, it's like an Excel spreadsheet. So it has multiple tabs. It talks about who's going to be the guest list, what type of floor, the venue, everything you see on wedding planning.
Okay. I'm going to move forward, Detective, to page number 11. All right. Detective, could you tell us what the document in this is?
So the document name is the W0225 parenthesis GK parenthesis, and it's a Excel file.
Okay. Is this the same Excel file as
I'm
the
looking
one
at
that we just
screen
talked
time.
about?
It's not the exact same.
Screen time in the settings
but it's
on the
very
iPhone.
similar.
Okay. When was this file last accessed?
It was last accessed on January 22, 2025 at 6:25 a.m.
Okay. And the actual attached file is not attached to this exhibit, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we just have the metadata for this file?
Yes.
Okay. Moving on to page number 12. What is the file name here?
The file name is Worthington Koenig Waiting Room Block 9 period 14 period 18, and it's a PDF file.
Okay. And when was this file last accessed by the user?
It was last accessed on January 22, 2025 at 3:04 p.m.
Okay. And is this file attached to the exhibit?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to go to page 13. And we're going to go to page 14 and publish page 15, publish page 16, and 17.
What
so what
is
does this
he
file
looking
appear
at?
to be?
Appears to be like a contract for the wedding.
Is it for booking venue?
Yes.
We're going to go to page, I'm sorry, we still have a little bit more, 18 of the exhibit. All right, now we're at page 19 of States Exhibit 124. What file are we talking about here?
So this is an Excel file. The file name is the W0201 parenthesis GK parenthesis.
And could you tell us when this file was last accessed?
It was last accessed on February 24, 2025 at 6:16 a.m.
Okay. And is the actual spreadsheet attached to this exhibit?
No.
Okay, is this the same spreadsheet that we were talking about earlier with the other similar numbers?
Yeah, so when I was looking at everyone, it appears to be very similar. Just certain numbers were different.
Okay. Publishing page number 20. All right, and I'm going to just keep us moving as much as we can, Detective.
Okay.
We're going to go to 21. Essentially, are all these pages of this exhibit related to a wedding?
Yes.
And the wedding between Gerhard Koenig and Ariel Koenig, correct?
Yes.
Okay. We'll pause this exhibit for now, and we'll move on to the next one, Detective. I'm going to approach with States Exhibit 125. States 125.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to approach with States 125 and retrieve 124. Okay, could you briefly go through that exhibit and take a look?
Yes.
Okay. Do you recognize the exhibit I just handed you?
Yes.
Okay, and what is this?
So this contains documents relating to the user or the couple's financial history, investment account, life insurance, and any kind of benefits.
All right, and do you in this exhibit have both the metadata along with the attached files?
Yes.
And is this exhibit a true and accurate copy of the metadata along with attached files that you viewed on item number 48, the laptop you examined in this case?
Yes.
At this point, the state moves exhibit 125 into evidence.
Okay. No objection. Who's been marked for identification as State Exhibit 125? You proceed.
Okay, Detective Inuma, I'm going to try try and move us forward a little bit in this. So we're going to just do a couple pages from this exhibit. So we're going to start with page 1. Could you tell us what the file name is here?
So the file name is Westinghouse 2022. It's on January 31st, and it's a PDF file.
Okay. Can you tell us when this file was last accessed?
It was last accessed on December 15th, 2024 at 8:17 a.m.
Okay. And could you tell us the file path to get there?
Yes, so the file path under the username G. Coney in the Dropbox application, under the folder The Big Love Party and Other Super Fun Stuff, under the subfolder of taxes, 2022 taxes, and this is the document, AK pay stub. Oh, sorry, this is the folder, and then this is the
Big
actual document.
Love.
So the actual document is Westinghouse 2022-1-31.
Yes.
And the folder that document is in is called AK pay stubs?
Yes.
All right. We're going to go to page 2 of the exhibit. Is this the actual document that that page is referring to?
Yes.
Okay. And is this a pay stub?
Yes.
Right. Who is this pay stub for?
The pay stub's for Ariel Koenig.
Right. All right. We're going to do page 3. And then we're going to skip around a little bit, Detective. So page 3.
Mary, that's crazy.
What document is being accessed here?
So the document file name is Westinghouse 2022 November 30. It's a PDF file.
Okay. And when was this file accessed by the user?
It was last accessed on December 21st, 2024 at 2:49 p.m.
Okay. And we're going to go to the file, Detective. Who is this, or what does this file show?
So this appears to be some kind of investment file for Ariel Koenig.
Okay. We're going to skip ahead a
An
couple pages.
investment file? Like her 401k type plan?
To page... We're going to skip ahead to page 11, if we could. I'll put it up on the screen for you. Okay, Detective,
Okay.
what is the file name that we're looking at here?
So the file name is Westinghouse 2022. It's March 31st PDF file.
Okay. And what date is the user last accessing this file?
It was last accessed on December 31st, 2024 at 8:38 p.m.
Okay, Detective, are there any other activities that we've talked about so far that occurred on December 31st, 2024, at just around that time?
Yes.
Okay, and what was that?
So under the user G. Koenig, the pay stub for Ariel Koenig was viewed, and also too a divorce file was viewed too.
Okay, I'm going to put them both up on the screen together. So we'll keep States Exhibit 125 on the screen right there, Detective.
Kelly, we're on day 6, trying to finish up day 6 right now. They're not going to have court on Monday, so we're going to catch up 2 more days on Monday.
And we're going to put States 113
2 more
on the right side of the screen.
Tuesday. This is 1.25 speed.
And on States 113, we're going to scroll ahead to...
You want to go a little faster?
2. All right. Is these the 2 activities that are happening at the same time, or a similar time, Detective?
Is
Yes.
these the 2?
Okay, so on the left side we have States 125. And what is the file for that one again?
The one on the left is Westinghouse 2022. It's on March 31st PDF file.
Okay. And on the right side, what file is that again?
So the file name is PK Chase SW 2016-01 statement PDF, and it's a PDF file.
Okay. And got it. All right, I'm going to take both photos down.
We're zooming 1.5 speed.
All right, and I'm going to go back to Exhibit 125, Detective.
Sorry, what number?
We're going back to 125.
125. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we're going to be here so late.
All right, and almost done with this
Tuesday.
exhibit, Detective.
They're going to deliberate till like midnight my time. It's going to be crazy.
Okay, I'm going to publish page number 24 of this exhibit. Detective, what is the file name we're looking at on page 24?
The file name is 2018-04 Wealth Front Statement. It's a PDF file.
Okay. Is a PDF file attached to this exhibit?
Yes.
When did the user of this, when did the user G. Coney on this laptop last access this file?
It was last accessed on March 14th, 2025 at 3:46 p.m.
Okay, we're going to go to page 25. What does this file, or what does this file appear to be?
It appears to be like a personal account for the user or the person, Ariel Worthington.
This is an account statement for Ariel Worthington?
Yes.
Okay.
Their bank account. Why are we looking at their bank
And
account?
then last pages for this exhibit, detective, page number 36. I'm sorry, we'll skip that. Okay, I'm going to retrieve that exhibit from you, detective.
Well, yeah, that's that. I've been productive.
We have got time for one more.
I've got 44 cables in my Amazon shopping cart right now. New cables.
States 1, 2, 6, showing the defense counsel. May I approach? Yes.
That's to plug in the new equipment that I got the other day. Just 44 new cables. That's not too much, I don't think. I think that's the right amount. Most of them are like 1 foot long, too. They're just little patch cables for inside the... I know, it sounds like a lot, but...
Yes.
Do you recognize what that is?
Yes.
All right, what is that?
So this is a PDF file containing information about retirement.
Okay. And is this exhibit both the metadata as well as portions of the attached file?
Yes.
Okay. And all right, is this a true and accurate copy of the metadata as well as the portions of the file that you found on the laptop during your examination in this case?
Yes, and I think one part was the highlighted, but I just got to remove the highlight.
Okay. Larry, I bought this.
At this point, the state will move to enter 126 into evidence.
I built it yesterday. It doesn't look like a lot, but it's a 20-channel
And we'll hold off on publishing
4K
for now.
switcher.
And Detective Inuma, our last one will be our last one for now will be states 127. So I'm going to approach with 127. I'm going to head 126 to the clerk.
Just going to wrap myself in copper wire.
Okay, Detective, you recognize what I just handed you?
Yes.
Okay, what is this?
So this was a PDF file that was found on the user G-Connect under the Dropbox. This is basically the intake form for a marriage counselor and family therapy service.
And when is the date on this document?
The date on this document is January 29, 2025.
Is this exhibit just the document or is the document and the metadata?
So for this one, it's just a document.
Okay. And where did you find this document on the computer?
So that was the one I mentioned earlier. So it was under the username G-Connect, under the Dropbox.
Okay. Does the document itself indicate who prepared the document?
So at the last, let me double check. Yeah, so on the last page, it's electronically typed as Gerhard Koenig.
Okay.
It was dated on January 29, 2025.
Okay. Are there any redactions from this document?
There's one redaction.
And what is that?
It's the last word of the social security number.
Okay. Other than that redactions, is this document a true and accurate copy of the document that you found on the laptop pursuant to your investigation?
Yes.
Okay. At this point, we'll move States Exhibit 127 into evidence.
So, okay. 1 second, Mr. Garner. So just to be clear, sorry. You don't need to bring it up, but as long as it's okay. No objection. What has been marked for identification as States Exhibit 127?
Okay. And
So, Garner, this is a good time for a break.
this is a great time for a break.
So, ladies and gentlemen, another long stretch. Sit or left break. Leave your notebooks on your chair. Same for you. We'll talk a little bit about this case. You can open mind. We're not going to learn about this case outside of the courtroom. I'll just come back at 1:30. Slightly longer lunch. Okay. Enjoy your lunch. See you at 1:30.
Okay, they're going to go to lunch. We're going to skip it because we can. We are cruising through this. Trying to get through day 6 here so we can return on Monday and catch a couple more days and get all caught up. All right. I think we're almost done with the break there. How many dollars is 44 cables? That's why I haven't ordered them. They're $420 worth of cables. I don't need all of them now.
All jurors are back in the courtroom. Detective Inuma on the stand, still on the roll. Mr. Garner, whenever you're ready, we'll continue on with your direct examination.
I apologize. I'll just take a moment.
Yeah, so we'll be on Courtroom Confidential tomorrow at 9 p.m. Wogger, that's for sure. We're going to be talking about this case as well as the news this week about Letitia Stauch getting a new trial in Colorado. So join me with Josh Ritter on Courtroom Confidential tomorrow.
Okay. Good afternoon, Detective.
Good afternoon.
All right. There's a couple exhibits I want to follow up on that we talked about this morning. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to approach with what's been marked as States Exhibit 114. Thank you. From the defense. May I approach?
Yes, please.
Okay. And I'll remove States Exhibit 127 and that's the clerk. Okay, could you take a look through that exhibit, Detective?
Well, he's looking through that. I'm not ordering all those 44 cables. I was just mentally putting together what it would take.
could
if
you
I was
let us know
running
what the
20
exhibit is?
cameras.
So the exhibit is a Microsoft Word document, and then this is the one we were talking earlier, which is the file name. It's a 2018 taxes gknotes.docs.
Okay. And is this both the metadata as well as the actual document?
Yes.
Okay. Is this a true and accurate copy of the metadata?
Yes.
And is this a true and accurate copy of the actual document?
Yes.
And this is what you found, again, looking at item number 42, the laptop in this case?
Yes.
Okay. At this point, the state moves exhibit 114 into evidence.
No objection. Okay. What has been identified as State's Exhibit 114 is received as evidence.
Okay, Detective Newman, I'm going to publish the first page of the document, which is the metadata on the screen up there. Okay. First of all, could you start us off? Tell us the name of the document we're talking about.
So the document name is 2018 taxes gknotes.docs. So it's a Word document file.
Okay. And could you tell us who the author is?
The author is Gerhard Koenig.
And Detective Inuma, could you, when was the document last viewed?
Okay, understand. So it was last accessed on this date, which is December 26, 2024 at 6:47 a.m.
Okay. Detective Inuma, could you walk us through the file path for this document as well?
Yeah, so the file path is under the USB Koenig. It's under the Dropbox application, under the file The Big Love Party and Other Super Fun Stuff. Subfolder is taxes, another subfolder for 2018 taxes, and then the document is located right over here.
Got it. Okay, Detective Inuma, I'm going to take the exhibit down from the screen right there, and I'm going to ask you if you could read from the document. And does the document, what is the document in general?
So a document it's like official, it could be official, non-official, but it's just basically what we use to have information like data.
Oh, sorry, that was a bad question. What is this document, generally about?
Yeah, so this document contains notes and information regarding 2018 taxes.
Okay, and Social Security numbers have been redacted, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Could you read for us the amount of alimony paid in 2018 from this document?
So the alimony is $6,000.
Could you read for us the amount of child support paid according to this document?
$29,112.
And again, what year is this document referencing?
It references 2018.
Okay, thank you, Detective. I'm going to retrieve the exhibit from you on the stand. And the next exhibit I'm going to hand you is going to be State's Exhibit 124. And I'll hand it up to you, and while you're flipping through, I'll give the old exhibit to the clerk.
I'm not good at making cables. I've tried. My eyes aren't good enough to make Ethernet cables.
Okay, I'm sorry, Detective. Have you reviewed the exhibit?
Yes.
Okay, and again, is this one of the exhibits you viewed this morning?
Yes.
Okay, and what is the file, or is this exhibit a combination of both files and metadata?
Yes.
Okay, and as you testified before, this exhibit is about weddings, right?
Yes.
And it's about the wedding between Gerhard Koenig and Errol Koenig, right?
Yes.
Okay, and the metadata contained in this exhibit is a true and accurate copy of what you found using the Axiom software, is that correct?
Yes, minus the highlighted word.
Got it. And the attachments, the files attached, are they also true and accurate according to what you found on the laptop?
Yes, so that it was the Excel file and it was just converted into a PDF file.
Got it. Okay. At this point, the state will move to enter states 1, 2, 4.
No objection. What is the mark for identification of State's Exhibit 124 is received?
Okay. We'll keep moving, Detective. I'm going to approach with our next exhibit. I'll retrieve 124 from you. Next exhibit is 116. Go to Defense Counsel. I'm retrieving 124. That's a big stack of papers I gave you. Can you just thumb through it real quick?
Yes.
Okay. Do you recognize this exhibit?
Yes.
What is it?
So this is a Word document that was located under username G. Koenig. The title is called GK Action Items Daily, parenthesis 2018 to 2021, and it's a docs file. So it's a Word document.
Okay, so it's a Word document. Can you tell from the metadata who the author is?
Yes, the author is Gerhard Koenig.
Okay, and could you tell us, when the file was last accessed?
It was last accessed on December 3rd, 2024 at 2:36 p.m.
And is the metadata part of this exhibit true and accurate copy of the metadata you found on the laptop, item number 48?
Yes.
Is the attachment a true and accurate copy of the Word document you found attached to this metadata on the laptop?
Yes.
Okay. And it is a rather lengthy document, is that correct?
Sorry, what was that?
It's a rather lengthy document,
yes.
right? It's more than 100 pages, right?
Yes.
Okay. At this point, the state will move, or will move Exhibit 116 into evidence.
Mr. Okay.
No objection.
With the mark for identification, the state's Exhibit 116 is received into evidence.
Right, thank you. Just a moment. Okay, thank you, Detective. Just a couple more to go. I'm going to go and retrieve Exhibit 116 from you, and I'm going to hand you what's been marked as State's Exhibits 119, 120, and 121. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Do you recognize the three discs I just handed you?
Yes.
Okay. Before testifying today, did you review what's on those discs?
Yes.
Okay. And what is on those discs?
So it contains a zip file. So basically a bunch of files combined together and placed in a zip file. So a zip file is like a container. You put everything inside and you zip it up, and it decompresses it and allows it to be sent via email.
Okay. And is there also metadata contained on those discs?
Yes.
Okay. And in each of those discs, what is the metadata show?
So it shows the date and the time where these items were attached. It's under WhatsApp, and it was under Jeff Miller. It was a series 1, 2, and 3, and it was sent from the user of this device to the person, the same user of the device.
Clarify, Detective. Are we talking an email here?
Yes, this one is an email.
Okay. So who was the email from?
So the email is from the user, well, the email address was gkoenig@proinbox.com.
Okay. And who was the recipient?
It was also the same one. It's gkoenig@proinbox.com.
Okay. So, and is that true for each of these three exhibits?
Yes.
So each of these three exhibits is an email that the user of the email address gkoenig@proinbox.com sent to themselves?
Yes.
Okay. Did you review these exhibits to make sure that they are fair and accurate, decompressed zip files?
Yes.
Okay. Is the metadata on each of these exhibits a true and accurate copy of the metadata that you saw while examining the laptop?
Yes.
Are those three zip files, do you remember the names of them?
I know it was WhatsApp, and then it was Jeff, and then it was a 1, and it was a zip. It's a zip file.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know like offhand the accuracy of the file name, but then there was a WhatsApp Jeff 2, and then there's a WhatsApp Jeff 3, and they're all zip files.
Okay. Got it. And are the contents of those files contained in an individual folder on each disk?
Yes.
Okay. And then is the metadata also contained on each disk?
Yes.
After you reviewed the disks, did you sign and date them?
Yes.
Okay. And at this point, the state moves Exhibit 119, 120, and 121 into evidence.
Mr. Okay.
No objection.
With the mark for identification, the state's Exhibits 119, 120, and 121 will be received.
Okay. Detective Numa, I'm quickly just going to publish the metadata for each of those exhibits, okay? So
Yes.
we're going to start with Exhibit 119, and I'm going to publish the metadata that's contained on that exhibit. All right. So when we look at the file name, can you tell us, now that you actually see the data, what is the file name in Exhibit 119?
Yes, the file name is whatsapp-jeffmiller.zip.
Okay. And when was this email sent?
This was sent on December 24, 2024 at 12:26 p.m.
Okay. And then everything else on the disk is what's contained in that WhatsApp chat Jeff Miller's zip file, correct?
Yes.
Got it. Okay. We're going to publish the metadata from State's Exhibit 120. All right. Detective Numa, what was the file name of this under State's Exhibit 120?
So the file name is whatsapp-jeffmiller2.zip.
Okay. And can you tell us when this email was sent?
Yes, it was sent on December 24, 2024 at 12:20 p.m.
Okay. And we'll move on, Detective, to the metadata from State's Exhibit 121. All right. Could you tell us what the file name is for this?
Yes, the file name is whatsapp-jeffmiller3.zip.
Okay. And can you tell us which date this email was sent?
It was sent on December 24, 2024 at 12:20 p.m.
Okay. I'm going to take the exhibit down. One second. Okay, Detective. Thank you for answering my questions. I have no further questions. Did your examination of the laptop take place in the city and county of Honolulu, State of Hawaii?
Yes.
Okay. No further questions for me at this time.
All right.
114, please.
Cross.
I'm sorry. You have it?
Spicy cross.
Do you have
Sour cross.
114?
Thank you. We'll be ready with cross-examination, Mr. Welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay, good afternoon, Detective.
Good afternoon.
Can you tell me how you pronounce your last name? Is it Inuma or Iinuma?
It's Inuma.
Excuse me?
Inuma.
Inuma.
Yeah, Long I.
Okay. So, you're a detective with the Honolulu Police Department, yes?
Yes.
And it was a few hours, maybe 4 or 5 hours ago, but what kind of expert were you qualified to be today?
It's a digital forensic.
Digital forensics, right?
Yes.
As in,
Oh, wow.
you get a search warrant as a detective, you go through someone's computer, search relevant terms, trying to find evidence that is relevant or helpful to the prosecution, yes?
Yes.
He's already got a tone in his voice.
And in this case, you talked about artifacts, as in files. Is that right?
Yes.
Isn't it true that your search through the Axiom program, you collected over 7,000 files, yes?
It was 9,000. Sorry, it was 7,941 files.
7,900 files from the computer that you believe belongs to Gerhard Koenig, yes?
Yes.
And then of those 7,900 something files, you sifted through it looking for the ones that you believe would be the most relevant to the prosecution, correct?
Yes.
And the prosecutor worked with you on that, yes?
I worked with the lead investigator.
I'm sorry, the detective Spacek, is that right?
Yes.
And the ones you went through today, it's the best you guys could come up with, yes?
Yes.
The search warrant, it's not like you can just go through anything and everything on a computer. The search warrant has terms that you're limited to search, yes?
Yes.
And the lead investigator, these terms are developed based off of what you guys think you're looking for might be helpful to the case, yes?
Yes.
And so, for example, in this case, some of the search terms that you're looking for on the computer to see if somebody searched for or looked this up, some of the search terms were danger, death, fall, slip, accident, cliff, kill, die. Those are some of the search terms that the lead detective put in the warrant that you guys are trying to comb through this computer, trying to see if we can find searches for death, falls, accident, cliff. Those are some of the search terms that you guys are looking for, right?
Yes.
Okay, and again, today you went through what you found, right?
Yes.
And there were other search terms as well that had Ariel's name, yes?
Yes.
And Miller's name, yes?
Yes.
And because the idea is, you're looking through a computer, maybe somebody searched, hikes that people fell off and died on before. That's the kind of stuff you're looking for, right?
Yes.
Another group of search terms that was included in the warrant detective were syringe, vial, undetectable, incapacitate. Those are some of the search terms that you guys thought, well, let's go look through this computer and see if we can find stuff related to that, correct?
Yes.
One of the search terms, detective, was hike, right?
Yes.
And as you indicated, between February 28th, 2025, and March 4th, 2025, there was you went through some searches about hikes, correct?
Yes.
And if we could pull up Exhibit 110, please. Okay. So if we could, Mr. Dirks, if you could zoom in on this top 3 or 4 up there, please. Okay. Did it get bigger? Or?
Yes.
One second. Is there a way can you make that bigger? Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Okay. It's all right. So some of the searches said Maui hikes, Waiho Spring Trail, Hale Ma'u Trail. So there were searches related to Maui hikes as well. Yes.
Yes.
And are you aware that Dr. Koenig would go on hikes with his son on Maui often?
No.
Were you aware that he would go on hikes with his wife and family on Maui?
No.
And on that same exhibit, you see on the bottom there? Can you blow up that bottom under URL, Mr. Dirks, please? The whole thing, please. No, I'm including this part, please. Okay. Okay. So this is from your search, some of the searches that was done on hikes, correct?
Yes.
And so, for example, best hikes on Oahu was searched, right?
Yes.
10 best trails and hikes on Oahu came up, yeah?
Yes.
Easy hike on Oahu came up, yes?
Yes.
Top 10 easy hikes for everyone, yes?
Yes.
35 hikes on Oahu, yes?
Yes.
Palipuka hike on Oahu, yes?
Yes.
Really Nui Ridge Trail hike on Oahu, right? That was something that came up?
Yes.
And difficult hikes on Oahu. Those were what you found when you're looking up what he searched about hikes, right?
Yes.
There was nothing about most dangerous trails on Oahu that you found, correct? In this part?
In this part, yes.
Okay. And it's true, you can zoom out of there, Mr. Dirks, thank you. The last time according to you, that you found that he searched about hikes was on March 4th, 2025, correct?
Yes.
And you understand the incident in this case was on March 24th, 2025, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So from what you saw, it's not like he kept going back and looking at more and looked at different ones more leading up to after March 4th, correct?
Yes.
Now, if somebody wanted to go on a hike on Oahu, they might search for hikes, right?
Yes.
Detective, we went through Exhibit 105, if we could pull up 105. And this was the one with the Reddit, I guess, Is it a website or is Reddit a website?
So it's a website. It's an online social media platform.
It's like online social media, right?
Something like a Facebook.
Something like a Facebook where I think you said you can go to it and get advice on certain topics or see what other people have to say about it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like so, like for whatever, if you wanted to learn about any certain topic and see how people else have dealt with it, you might go on there and see what people have to say, right?
Remember
Yes.
in the beginning
And so
when we started
he's on
110 years ago?
at least what you found on the computer as one after infidelity. Can we let's go to the next page if we can, okay? As one after infidelity, let's go to the next page. Next page. And next page. Next page. Okay. So there's all these things having to do with infidelity, correct?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to the next page. Why did you do it? He's trying to look that up, yes?
Yes.
Next page. Okay, next page. Peer support. Advice and removals. He's looking up peer support related to infidelity, correct?
Yes.
We can take that down. The term DARVO, you mentioned, can you tell us what that, your understanding what that means?
Yes. So, from my understanding from reading Reddit and then Google
Yeah, what does it stand for?
So, deny, attack, reverse, victim, offender. So, it's from my understanding, it was as an abuser, you're trying to avoid accountability.
So, for example, dealing with infidelity, the person who had the affair is trying to avoid accountability, trying to deny, trying to reverse it on the person that got cheated on, right?
Yes.
Could we pull up 113, please? So you brought up this exhibit, and you said that it's in the Dropbox, and it's part of, I guess you said a file divorce, and then hearing support, and then the sub-files going all the way down to Bank of America Amex statement, correct?
Yes.
And that's the file name that was open, Bank of America Amex statement, right?
Yes.
It's a credit card statement, right?
Yes.
That happened to be in this chain of files, right? This was in there, right?
Yes.
But at least from what you pulled it, I mean, it was a credit card statement he was looking at, right?
Yes.
Now, we can take that down, Mr. Dirks. Thank you. So I wanted to ask you this, Detective, because I just want to make sure that we're not trying to paint, that we're painting an accurate picture here, okay? The search warrant, you can only seize files that the search warrant terms allow you to seize, correct?
Yes.
So it's not as though you're giving us a holistic picture of everything he was looking at during that time period, correct?
Yes.
It's only the ones that you could seize, right?
Yes.
For example, one of the search term was Ariel Coney, yes?
Yes.
Gerhard Coney was not a search term, correct?
Yes.
So when we looked at, and you said, well, this day he was looking up her retirement account, you could seize that, right?
Yes.
But your Axiom program, if he was also either right then or close by looking at also other financial documents like his retirement accounts, their taxes, their life insurance related to him, Axiom wouldn't seize that, you wouldn't have that, you couldn't present that to the jury, correct?
Could you rephrase that question one more time?
If there was a file that didn't have Ari's name on it, on his computer, but he was looking at, for example, his retirement roughly around that same time period he was looking at hers, you wouldn't be able to seize the one from him because it had his name on it, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you agree that when we're looking at these things, context kind of matters, right? Context matters.
Yes.
And what we've gone through is just certain things he might have been looking at during that time period, but not all, right?
Yes.
And so, for example, if he was doing financial planning to decide how much more life insurance they needed to get, each of them, to make sure that based off of their salary, based off of their retirement, if something happened to either of them, they could pay for the house in order to make sure the kids had a house, and he was looking at all these financial documents, and half of them were his, you're only able to show us the ones that had her name on it, right?
Yes, based on the search warrant, yes.
Could we pull up 114, please? Oh, I'm sorry. I think, is that the one I grabbed? I think that's the one I grabbed. Actually, that's not because, yeah. So 114, may I approach? Detective 114 was the document entitled 2018 Taxes for Gerhard and Ariel Coney, right?
Yes.
And there are, it's multiple pages long, right?
Yes.
And it has multiple sections to it, correct?
Yes.
It talks about when they were married. It has their plug-in electric vehicle and their tax credit from that, yes?
Yes.
It has the refinancing of the principal residence. It has information about the principal residence and the refinancing, correct?
Yes.
It had charitable contributions and how much they donated to charity that year, right?
Yes.
It has his income on it, right?
Yes.
It has his withholdings from his W-2 on it, right?
Yes.
And the real estate taxes they paid under 1098 form, yes?
Yes.
It had the 2017 federal income taxes they paid, right?
Yes.
It talks about some investment and investment loss that they had that year, right?
Yes.
It has things from their W-2 from University of Pittsburgh, right?
Yes.
And then it has information about Ariel Coney on there, about, again, principal residence, home mortgage interest, education information, healthcare information. It has all of that in this document, right?
Yes.
And out of this whole document, you're only asked about the part where how much alimony and child support was paid that year, right?
Yes.
Okay, but there's a lot more other information on here, right?
Yes.
You don't know what information on here he was looking at when he pulled this up on his computer, do you?
That's correct.
One second, detective. You also were only able to search for, because of a search warrant, for and it's not your fault, it's just what the search warrant allowed, for a specific time, right?
Yes.
So I think it was December 1st to March 24th, right?
March 24th, yes, correct.
So you weren't able to go back and see, okay, well, is this normal? Does he often go to these files and look up his tax information or the retirement information or any of these files? Is this a normal practice of his, every month or so? You weren't able to go back and see that, were you?
Yeah, that question would be for the lead detective.
No, I'm not blaming you. You only did what you were allowed to do, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you weren't able
I'm
to go
not blaming
back
you. I'm just blaming you.
January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October of 2024. You can only go from December to March, right?
Yes.
One second. Might be almost done. Okay. Detective, thank you for your time all morning and part of this afternoon. That's all the questions I have for you.
Thank you.
Wow. The counter's the objection counter. It's not been very active today.
Inuma, you were asked about the date range for when you saw the user G. Coney searching for hike information, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and that date range you asked about was February 28th through March 4th, is that right?
Yes.
That's 5 days, right?
Yes.
Other than those 5 days, in the approximately 4 months that you looked through the laptop with the user Gerhard Koenig, other than those 5 days, was there any other research about hiking that you found?
Not that I recall.
No further questions.
So it's not any recross based on what was else.
No, thank you, detective.
That was quick.
Okay, thank you.
Watch that step.
All right.
The state calls Emil Koenig. Before we call, can I remove the exhibits from the witness stand, please?
We're going to slow this one down. We have the son on the stand, I believe. I think we can do 1.25 speed. The defendant's son next up. Josh, thank you for pinning messages. You're doing an amazing job. This is going to be a doozy. We might have to slow it even further. We heard in the openings that supposedly the defendant called his son and basically confessed to what he had done. That might be his
You do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the
biological
truth?
mother.
Thanks. Please have a seat.
Might have to slow it down.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Okay, the first thing I'm going to ask you to
Slow
do
it
is to
down.
scoot forward as much as you can and to speak as much in the microphone as you can, okay?
Okay.
All right. Can you start off by stating your name, please?
Emil Koenig.
Is it okay if I call you Emil for the rest of my questions?
It is.
Okay. Emil, what do you do for work?
I work for Maui Health.
Maui Health?
As a clerk.
As a clerk, you said? And how long have you been doing that?
About 2 months now.
And
New
where do you
job.
live?
On Kahului, Maui.
Is that at 19 Pu'uehu Place?
Correct.
Who do you live with?
With my stepmother and my 2 brothers.
Your stepmother, who is that?
Ariel Koenig.
Are you related to any person involved in this case, Emil?
I am.
Okay. Who are you related to?
The defendant.
The
Is that
defendant.
Gerhard Koenig?
Correct.
Not my father,
If-
the defendant.
And who is Gerhard Koenig to you?
My father.
If you were to see him again, would you be able to recognize him?
I could.
We'll stipulate to identification.
Thank you.
Okay. We'll just move on then. All right. Emil, just over a year ago, on the morning of March 24th, 2025, where were you?
I was at home.
Normally, who lives in that house with you? Or on that date, who normally lived in that house with you?
My dad, my stepmom, 2 little brothers.
On the morning of March 24th, 2025, was your dad and your stepmom home?
No.
Do you know where they were that day?
Oahu, here.
They were on Oahu?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why the defendant and Ariel were visiting Oahu?
For Ariel's birthday,
Do you know when Ariel's birthday is?
the March 24th.
So, was anybody else staying at the house in Kahului with you on that morning?
Yes. Babysitter. For the little kids.
Got it. On the morning of March 24th, 2025, did you receive any calls from either Ariel or the defendant?
I did.
Okay. And which was it?
From the defendant.
Who contacted who?
Wow.
Defendant contacted me.
What type of call was it?
A FaceTime call.
When you say FaceTime call, is that on the Apple iPhone?
Correct.
Was this call a FaceTime voice call or a FaceTime video call?
FaceTime video call.
How many times or how many calls were there from the defendant to you on March 24th, 2025?
2.
And what times were the 2 calls at?
I couldn't recall exactly.
Did you provide a statement to a Maui detective
I did.
regarding this incident? Okay, regarding those calls?
Yes.
And in that statement, did you tell the detective what time those calls were?
Yes, I did.
Would seeing that statement help you refresh your recollection as to when those 2 calls were?
It would.
Okay. I'll pull a page number here. Okay, I'm going to approach with what's been marked as State's Exhibit 170. Page number 3 and page number 4. Okay, may I approach?
As the witness and defendant
Could
lock
you
eyes,
quickly read pages 3 and 4 of this document?
and this story is told, one of them knows that the other
And
one is lying.
when you're done reading, just look up, okay?
The jury gets to decide who. One of them is not truthful about what happened on this call.
Okay. Is your recollection refreshed as to when those 2 calls were?
It is.
Okay, I'm going to retrieve the exhibit, and then I'm going to ask you the same question again, okay? All right, I'm going to retrieve Exhibit 170 from you. Okay, and Emil, what time were those 2 video FaceTime calls on March 24th, 2025?
The first one was at 10:42 a.m. and the second one was at 11:46 a.m.
Okay. I'm going to ask you about the call from 10:42 a.m. first, okay? All right. Where were you when you got the FaceTime video call at 10:42 a.m.?
At home.
That's the same address we talked about earlier.
Correct.
What did you see on the other side of the screen when you picked up that call?
I saw the defendant.
Can you describe the defendant as you saw him on that call?
Wearing sunglasses, dry fit shirt. That's all I saw.
Did you see the area that the defendant was in?
Outside.
And did the defendant tell you anything during that call?
Yes.
What did the defendant tell you during that call, as close to word for word as you can remember?
That he would not be making it back to Maui and to take good care of the younger kids, and that Ari, my stepmom, had been cheating on him, and that he tried to kill her.
Okay. That's a lot, but I'm going to break that down a little bit.
That is a lot.
You said the defendant told you he tried to kill Ariel. Is that right?
Correct.
Did he tell you what happened to Ariel?
He did not.
Okay. Did he tell you where she went?
No.
Did the defendant tell you why he tried to kill Ariel?
No.
During this 10:42 a.m. call, did the defendant tell you anything about what he planned to do next?
During that call, the next plan that he said was to jump off the cliff.
And how did you react to hearing that?
Told him not to.
How did you react to the defendant telling you he tried to kill Ariel?
I don't remember what I said.
Do you recall what the defendant told you after he said he tried to kill Ariel?
Not directly after.
Okay. Did he say where Ariel went?
No, just away.
What did he say about Ariel and away?
He said that she had gotten away, and that was all I heard about her location.
During this first call at 10:42 a.m., did you ask the defendant any questions yourself?
Yes. I asked what was on his shirt because it looked like I saw splatters of something on his shirt, and he said, "Oh, it's just her," meaning Aries' blood.
Okay. So far you've told us that the defendant told you he tried to kill Ariel, that Ariel got away, that Ariel was cheating on him, that he planned to jump, and that the blood on the shirt he's told you was Ariel's. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. Did I miss anything so far?
No.
Okay. Did he tell you anything else during this call at 10:42 a.m.?
No.
All right. So, Emil, after you get this FaceTime call and after the defendant tells you these things, what did you do?
I went over to my grandparents' house, which is Ariel's parents.
Okay.
Walked over to their house, told them what had happened.
How far away is your grandparents' house away from the Pu'uehu place address you mentioned earlier?
It's like a minute or so walk.
And could you tell us your grandparents' names?
Judith and Peter Mast.
Which of your grandparents did you tell about the call first?
Both. They were both there, so both of them.
What happened after you told Judith and Peter Mast about this 10:42 a.m. call?
The next notable thing is they received a phone call from, I believe it was Queens Hospital, one of the hospitals here.
Later on that day, did you tell anybody else what the defendant told you?
My mom.
Who's your mom?
Jessie Patelare.
Did you at some point also tell the police what happened that day?
I did.
All right. Do you know where your grandparents ended up going after you told them about this call?
Yeah, here.
They came to Oahu?
Correct.
Okay. All right. You said that there was a second call at 11:46. Is that right?
Correct.
All right. The second call, was this a FaceTime call as well?
Yes.
Okay. And just audio or audio and video?
Audio and video.
Did you pick up the call?
I did.
When you picked up this second call at 11:46, what did you see on the screen?
I saw the defendant.
Okay. And can you describe any background that you saw on the scene, if you remember?
Just trees, rocks, the sky. That was it.
During this second phone call at 11:46, what did the defendant tell you, if anything?
He asked me if I had told anybody, and I said yes, and I told him who I had told. And then he said that he was just going to jump, and said that a couple times.
Okay. To be super exact here, Emil, who did you tell the defendant that you told?
I told the that I told my grandparents and my mother.
Okay. So you told him that you told Peter, Judy, and Jesse.
Correct.
Okay. So after the defendant told you he was going to jump a couple times during the second call, how did you respond?
This is so bad.
Same way as before. Said not to. I don't know.
You told the defendant not to jump.
Right.
Okay. How did the second call end?
With him saying, with the defendant saying, I'm going to go before the police catch me.
Did he tell you he was going to hang up? Do you remember that? I'm sorry.
Objection leading.
Sustain.
Bad question. Go ahead. All right. Sorry. I just want to clarify, Emil, about the last thing you told me about the police. What exactly did the defendant tell you about the police?
Asked and answered.
Yeah.
Could you clarify what the defendant told you about the police?
That he was, that the police was looking for him. He didn't want to be found.
Right. Did the defendant tell you anything else about his state of mind or what he was thinking?
He said he was at the end of his rope.
Anything else you can remember about that?
Thought about suicide for the last couple months leading, or for the months leading to the 24th of.
For both of these calls we've been talking about, who was the caller?
The defendant.
So at either call, were you the one to dial him up?
No.
All right, Emil, overall, did you choose to get involved in this?
I did not.
Like a family group text or Snapchat or something like that?
Yes.
Who was on that?
It jumped.
I believe just me, my dad, Ariel, and it might have just been those three.
Okay.
I can't tell you exactly.
Okay. But you were on it, and they were
It's a weird
your
jump.
dad was sending photos of them on the hike, yes?
Correct.
Letting you know where they were, right? Yes?
No.
Well, I mean, just that they were on a hike, yes?
That they were on a hike, yes, not letting me know that where they were.
Well, yeah, I just meant like showing you pictures of the hike they were on. Maybe
Okay.
it's a better way to word it. Is that right? They were
Yes.
sending you pictures of the hike they were on, yes?
Yes.
And at least at that time, everything seemed normal to you, correct?
Correct.
There was no reason to be concerned at that time, correct?
Correct.
Now you get this call on 10:42, and he's telling you, amongst other things, that he said he's not going to make it back. Yes.
Correct.
And like he was saying goodbye to you. Yes.
Correct.
And you quickly realize that something's wrong, right?
Yes.
You don't know exactly what's going on, but he's also telling you that he's going to jump and commit suicide, correct?
Correct.
And from what he was, saying, and from what and acting, what you could gather, you could tell that there was a lot going on in his head, yes?
Yes.
Okay. You could tell that your dad was distressed when he was talking to you, yes?
No.
Okay.
No was the
You
answer.
remember, you gave later the day of these calls, you talked to the detective on Maui. Remember that?
Yes.
Okay. And You remember telling the detective that your dad sounded like he was kind of distressed? Trying to stay calm but kind of distressed? Remember saying that to the detective?
No.
Okay. Would seeing the transcript of the interview with the detective help to refresh your memory of what you told the detective?
Yes.
Okay. This is 170, page 4. Okay. May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
Okay. So, email, I'm going to show you this transcript. If you can just read lines 14 and 15, well, if you wanted to start from lines 8 and read down to lines 15, and just read it to yourself, and let me know when you're done. Okay. You remember saying that to the detective?
Yes.
Okay. But as you sit here today, you don't have a recollection of him sounding distressed, is that right?
Didn't sound distressed.
Okay. But you did tell the detective it sounded like he was kind of distressed, right?
And then I said afterwards he sounded calm.
Yeah, you said it sounded like he was kind of distressed, but trying to stay calm. And he did sound calm. That's what you said, right?
Correct.
Kind of distressed, but trying to stay calm, right? Is
Yes.
that right? Okay. Now, he's talking to you, sounds kind of distressed, trying to stay calm. And you said also at some point, said something about he seemed like he was at the end of his rope. Is that right?
Yes. Okay. That is what he said.
Now, the first call, Emil, when your dad is having this first call with you, from what it was on a FaceTime, right?
Correct.
And there was video, right?
Yes.
So you could see him and kind of whatever was in the camera behind him, right?
Right.
And he's having this call with you. He's right on the edge of what looked like a steep cliff, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And he's telling you he was going to jump, yes?
Yes.
And did you assume that where he was talking to you at was where the incident with him and Ariel took place? Generally?
I wasn't aware. I wasn't thinking about that.
Okay. But it looked like he was in a steep place that kind of was high, like he had to scale on rocks to get to it, correct?
Correct.
You see blood on your dad's shirt, yes?
Correct.
And he tells you that this was Ariel's blood, yes?
Yes.
And he told you that he was explaining to you about how Ariel had been cheating on him for a couple of months, yes?
Yes.
And he told you that the blood was from her head, correct?
Correct.
And half an hour earlier, everything seemed fine to you, right?
Yes.
Now you're hearing this. You see the blood. You see the steep cliff. He's telling you he's going to jump. And I'm sure it was a pretty emotional, upsetting call. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And it was also a little confusing to you. You're trying to kind of piece together and make sense of what happened. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. And also trying to convince him not to jump. Correct?
Correct.
This was on FaceTime, and so it was on speakerphone, correct?
Correct. Correct.
Okay. After the first call, you then go to Judy and Pete's house, yes?
Yes.
And that's Ariel's parents' house, yes?
Yes.
But you call them your grandparents, correct?
Yes.
You also went to Judy and Pete's house with your girlfriend, right?
Yes.
Is that still your girlfriend?
No.
Okay, your girlfriend at the time, correct?
Yes.
Then maybe about an hour later, your dad calls you again. Is that right?
Yes.
And you guys are talking, and he tells you, he brought it up and asked, and you said, yeah, I told Judy and Pete, and then he starts saying, okay, I'm gonna jump then, or something like that. Is that right?
Yes.
And then he said he needed to go so the police wouldn't find him, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I mean, he was telling you he wanted to jump and kill himself, and he wanted to go so the police wouldn't find him. That's what he was saying, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. And, you know, after these understandably difficult and emotional calls, later that day, the detectives from Maui contact you, correct?
Yes.
And at least according to the, well, it was at, the interview started at 2:27 p.m., correct? Would seeing the transcript help you remember that?
It would.
Okay. May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
Very consistent, matter-of-fact
So, you know,
answers
if you just read that, this is the start of the interview. Okay,
under
read it
direct
yourself. Let me know when you're done.
and cross-examination.
All right. So the interview started at 2:27 p.m. later that day, correct?
Correct.
And these were not Honolulu Police Department detectives, but Maui Police Department detectives, correct?
As far as I know.
Okay. And, you know, you were able to look on your phone later. Well, you were able to look on your phone and tell the detectives the exact timing of the calls, and that's why you were able to say it was, the first call was 10:42 a.m. and the second call was 11:46 a.m., right?
Yes.
So the interviews with the detectives is at 2:30 or 2:27. So about 4 hours after the 10:42 call, and about 3 hours after the 11:46 call, right? The interview with the detective.
Yes.
Roughly. And, you know, obviously, you didn't record the call with your dad when you guys were having them. You're just listening to him and talking to him about not jumping, right?
Correct.
And you didn't write down any notes after the call, right after, did you?
Correct.
Okay.
I did not.
But you tried your best, 3 to 4 hours later, to describe the call you had with your dad to the detectives, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And, you know, like today, for example, you were asked by Mr. Gardner, after he was talking to you about jumping, you were asked, what did you say back to him? And I think you said, I don't remember what I said right after that. You remember saying that just a little while ago?
Yes.
Okay. So as you see there today, there's parts of the exact wording and timing of what was said that you don't quite remember exactly verbatim, word for word, correct?
Yes.
And for example, you were asked by Mr. Gardner about, what he said after a certain point. And there are things that you don't recall exactly what your dad said after certain parts of the conversation, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But you tried your best to explain to the detectives what you understood your dad to have been saying, correct?
Yes.
But to be clear, it wasn't like an exact word for word, verbatim of the entire conversation, but you did your best, correct?
Yes.
Okay. For example, in an effort to do your best to explain to the detectives on Maui what happened, you initially told the detectives that your dad told you he tried to kill Ariel by pushing her off a cliff. You remember initially saying that to the detective?
Yes.
Okay. And that was what you had kind of assumed, given the things that he told you and where he was on the cliff. That's what you assumed that he meant, right? At least when you said that to the detective, right?
Can you repeat that question?
So when you initially told the detective, my dad told me he tried to kill Ariel by pushing her off a cliff, that's what you assumed your dad had meant, correct? When he said that, you assumed your dad meant that he had tried to. Let me phrase it this way. You remember telling the detective initially that your dad told you he tried to kill Ariel by pushing her off a cliff. You remember telling the detective that?
Yes.
Okay. But later on, in the conversation, in the interview, when the detective asked you about that, you clarified and you said the part about pushing her off the cliff was what you assumed he meant, not what he had actually said, correct?
Yes, correct.
Sitting there with the arms folded. Not denying anything. Smart kid. I think the jury's hanging on every word.
And then when the prosecutor asked you questions about it, you said at some point he said something about she got away, right? Something like that?
Yes.
Okay. Did anyone tell you about the two witnesses that had testified that when she was moving away from him, he didn't try to stop her? Did anyone tell you that?
Can you repeat that?
Did anyone tell you that about how the witnesses that were there testified when when she was moving away from him, he didn't try to stop her?
At what point?
Can we approach?
There's an objection. Can we approach? No, you can't approach. Okay.
Did anybody share that information with you?
I don't understand the question.
Okay.
Defense would have got that question. Can we approach? Definite yes.
Now, let me ask you a few more questions, Emil, and then we'll be done, okay? You were asked by Mr. Gardner about how about how after the incident you flew to Pittsburgh to be with your mom, Jessica. Remember that?
Yes.
And was it later that night?
Yes.
Okay. But you did return to live on Maui sometime thereafter?
Yes.
Maybe in a few weeks? How long were you in Pittsburgh? A couple weeks?
Couple weeks. I couldn't tell you the exact date.
Okay. But, within a month you were back on Maui.
Correct.
Right? And you, at the time, you had moved to Maui with your dad and Ariel when you were in high school, yes?
Yes.
And that was something that you chose to do, right?
Yes.
Okay. You were in Pittsburgh with where your dad was and your mom, Jessica, was, correct?
Yes.
And you chose to move to Maui to be with your dad and Ariel, yes?
Yes.
And so by the time we get to 2025, how long had you been on Maui, roughly?
2 years at that point.
Okay. You had a girlfriend at the time, yes?
I did.
You had made friends on Maui, yes?
I did.
Your two younger brothers were there, yes?
Yes.
You had a job on Maui in March of 2025?
I did.
What kind of job?
I worked at Chick-fil-A at the time.
Were you going to school?
I was not.
Okay. And you liked it on Maui, right?
Yes.
Okay. So your options were to stay in Pittsburgh with your mom. You could have done that, right?
Yes.
Jessica, right? If you could have stayed in Pittsburgh with her if you chose to, right?
Correct.
Or you could come back to Maui, where your friends were and your girlfriend was, but to do that you would have to live with Ariel, right?
Whoa.
To come back to Maui, you could come back to Maui and live with Ariel, right?
It was an option, yes.
Yeah, it was an option.
You would have to live with
And
Ariel.
over the last
That was
year,
like a
since
negative.
this incident, you have continued to live with Ariel, correct?
Yes.
You also would see Ariel's parents, Judy and Pete, regularly over the last year, correct?
Correct.
And you refer to them as your grandparents, yes?
Yes.
And they came with you to court today, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And over the last year, though, you've limited your contact with your dad's side of the family, correct? You haven't seen them much, right?
I wouldn't say that.
Okay. Your grandparents, you haven't seen them much in the last year, have you? Or talked to them much?
I have done both of those things.
Okay. How often have you seen them?
Probably seen them
Since the incident.
since the incident 2 or 3 times.
Okay. The most recent time was when they were going to come to see you play roller hockey on the mainland, right?
Yes.
Okay. And where was that?
Irvine.
And when was that? roughly?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay. I mean, it was in 2025?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it was 2026.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant, that's what I meant. Sorry.
It was
in
2026.
It was in 2026?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're into roller hockey. You played a lot.
Yeah.
And you traveled to California earlier this year for a tournament, right?
I did.
Your grandma and grandpa, your dad's parents were going to meet you in Irvine to watch some of your games, right?
Yep.
And when they got there, Ariel's parents, Judy and Pete, had traveled with you up there, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Dad's parents are sitting behind him in the courtroom.
And you have not spoken to your dad since the incident, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Emil. That's all the questions I have for you.
Can you read it right?
Yes.
Big sigh from the defendant.
Right. Emil, one of the things that you were just asked about on cross-examination was the fact that you didn't tell the detective on Maui that the defendant told you that Ariel got away. Is that right?
I didn't ask that.
I'm sorry?
I didn't ask that.
Is my memory wrong?
Ask the question to
Well, can we approach?
Say no, Judge. Say no, you can't approach. I didn't ask that. I think it was a little bit different. He has to say, what you were asked about not telling the detective, or asked about not telling the detective that he got away. But
You were asked about, on cross-examination, this being a confusing FaceTime call. Is that right?
Yes.
And you were, clarify more for us right here, Emil. Was there any confusion about the defendant telling you he tried to kill Ariel?
Can you reword that?
Sure. Did you have any confusion about that statement by the defendant?
Was I confused at all? Yes.
I'm sorry. Let me. Is there any confusion in your mind about the defendant making that statement that he tried to kill Ariel?
Now?
In general?
Yes.
Okay, could you explain?
I didn't expect it.
I'm sorry. I think I'm phrasing my questions poorly, Emil. Is there any doubt in your mind about the defendant telling you he tried to kill Ariel?
No.
Thank you. No further questions.
Any recross based on what was asked on your direct?
No, thank you, Emil.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, let's take our afternoon recess. Have you come back at 3 o'clock? Leave your notebooks on your chair. All rise.
wow. Powerful testimony. We are almost done with day 6. Just one second. Love a t-shirt in court. Get comfy.
Can you please raise your right hand?
If you get subpoenaed,
You do solemnly swear
You're getting me
that
as
the
I am.
testimony about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. Please have a seat.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
All right. As you testify today, could you please speak into the microphone as much as possible?
I will do that.
And first things first, could you please state your name?
My name is Peter Mast.
And what do you do for work, Mr. Mast?
I'm an engineer. I work part-time for a company providing business consultation.
on a quarter time.
And where do you live?
I live in Maui at 263 Comblay Circle.
Who do you live with?
My wife, Judith.
Mr. Mast, are you related to any person involved in this case?
The the victim in this.
So, Mr. Mast, you used the word complainant.
I apologize. Ariel Worthington is my stepdaughter.
Okay. As of March 24, 2025, who was Ariel married to?
She was married to Gerhard Koenig.
Will you understand if I refer to Gerhard Koenig as the defendant for the rest of my questions?
Yes.
And if you were to see him again, would you recognize him?
Yes.
Unfortunately,
But if you recognize him in the courtroom, could you point him out and let us know an article of clothing that he's wearing?
Yes, he's sitting at the table there.
Okay.
In front of the monitor. Second from the left.
And could you let us know the color of shirt he's wearing?
Black. Blackish, greenish, dark.
Okay. Your Honor, may the record reflect the witness has made identification.
Record will reflect identification was made.
Okay. Mr. Mast, between yourself and your wife, who would Ariel talk to more about her relationship?
Definitely my wife.
Okay. So where did most of your knowledge about Ariel's relationship come from?
Secondhand through my wife.
Okay. So I want to stay away from what your wife told you.
I understand.
Did you have any direct observations, meaning from yourself, about the relationship between Ariel and the defendant between December 2024 to March 2025?
Yes, to a certain degree. We interacted with them relatively frequently. And I would say that starting sometime in the latter part of December on into the following year, there was a noticeable cooling in their relationship that was observable to both myself and my wife, which was consistent with what we had been led to believe had happened between them.
Okay, and again, we're going to stay away from what you've been told, okay?
Yep.
Okay. What sort of context did you make these observations in? And I'm asking public or private.
Generally, these were private, dinners together, that kind of thing.
So from the outside, from a public view, was there any indication of any strained relationship?
I cannot answer that.
I mean, cause for speculation about others.
The answer will stand.
Okay. So your answer is you don't know the answer.
I don't know the answer to that. I can't speak to how others observed them. There was limited times where we saw them in, let's say, a somewhat more public environment. One was at a party at our house in January.
Could you explain what you observed at that party in January?
Yes, this would be probably sometime late January. It was a Christmas get-together with friends, largely of the Koenigs, that was at our house. And I will say that even at the time, I observed an instance in the kitchen where the defendant seemed to go out of his way to demonstrate closeness with Ariel by sort of grabbing her, getting her to come close. I thought it was odd. It was out of character, like he was putting on a show that everything was normal, if you will.
Okay.
I apologize.
Sorry. Mr. Master, can we strike the last part of that answer?
Yes.
Okay. So, and again,
speculation.
Let's just keep it to what you actually observed, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm going to move on, Mr. Master, to March 24th, 2025, okay? All right. On March 24th, 2025, at around 11 o'clock a.m., what were you doing?
I was working in my office at home.
Okay. Was anybody else home with you that morning?
Yes, my wife, Judy.
Okay. Did anybody else come into your home that morning?
Yes, probably 11:30 in the morning. Emil Koenig came over to our house.
Who is Emil Koenig to you?
Emil Koenig is a step-grandson.
All right. And then what room in the house were you in?
I was in my office. Okay. Judy was in the living room next door watching TV. I was at my computer working.
Okay. And did you eventually leave your office and go to the living room?
I did.
Okay.
My wife called me in.
Okay. And I'm going to jump ahead in time, Mr. Mast. As a result of what happened that morning with you, your wife, and Emil, where did you and your wife go?
As a result of what we heard, we got a flight and flew from Maui to Oahu. And took flight here, got in probably about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, went over to Queens Medical Center.
And who did you see at Queens Medical Center?
We went to see Ariel.
Mr. Master, are you aware of any loan that you and your wife provided to Ariel and Gerhard Koenig?
Yes.
Is that loan still outstanding?
It is not.
Okay. When was that loan paid?
That loan was repaid probably sometime in April of that year.
And how was it repaid?
In the form of transaction, a electronic transaction.
Okay, and I'm sorry. Who was the person that fulfilled that transaction?
Ariel.
Okay. Mr. Master, thank you. I have no further questions for you today.
Okay.
Cross-examination.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mast.
Good afternoon.
So you indicated that from December to March you were around Ariel and Gerhard a decent amount of times, yes?
Once or twice a week.
Yeah, once or twice a week, and
I might
you got
need
to
to
see
speed
them
this
interact
guy
with
up.
one another, right?
Correct.
And when asked about anything odd, there was a party, and you were in the kitchen, and he pulled her close and seemed to go out of his way to demonstrate closeness. That's what you said, yes?
Correct.
All right. No further questions. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Any redirect.
Thank you.
Mr. Mass, thank you. You can step down.
All right.
That first step.
Thank you.
Watch the first step. It could be your last. Wonder how many times people have tripped right
State's
there.
next witness, the state calls Judith Mast.
Now, this is Grandma. Just wrapping up for the day. This should be our last witness for the day, and it's probably going to be equally short. Grandpa wanted to say a lot more than he got to say, for sure. He's like, I could tell you stories. Walk this way. Little Steven Tyler.
Please raise your right hand.
You do solemnly swear affirm that the testimony about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do so swear.
Please have a seat.
I do so swear. Very formal. I like it. These are Ariel's parents.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
First thing I'm going to ask you to do is if you can pull the microphone as close to you as possible and speak directly into the microphone for the rest of this afternoon, okay?
Okay.
All right. Can you please state your name?
My name is Judith Lynn Mast.
Is it okay if I call you Judy for the rest of my questions?
Please do.
Judy, what do you do for work?
I'm retired.
Make the defense call you Judith, though.
Where do you live?
I live in Kahului, so it's 263 Kamalei Circle, Kahului, 96732.
And who do you live with?
My
Sorry,
husband, Peter Mast.
they're very fast to that.
Judy, are you related to any person involved in this case?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Who are you related to?
Ariel Koenig is my daughter.
As of March 24th, 2025, who was Ariel married to?
Gerhard Koenig.
Will you understand if I refer to Gerhard Koenig as the defendant for the rest of my questions?
Yes, sir.
How close were you and Ariel?
We were and continue to be very close.
Without going into any details of what was said, did Ariel discuss her relationship with the defendant with you?
Yes, she did.
Aside, again, from what Ariel may have told you or may have said, Did you have any direct observations of the relationship between Ariel and the defendant between December 2024 to March 2025?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Can you explain what, and again, speaking from your own observations, what you observed?
There was tension, coldness a little bit, and then it started to change. They were going to counseling, and it seemed to ease up a little bit, but initially there was tension.
Okay. Judy, I'm going to ask you about the weeks leading up to March 24th, 2025. So the couple weeks leading up to that date, did you notice any changes in the relationship? And again, from your observation.
Yes.
What did you observe?
It seemed like they were getting along a little better. We were getting Snapchats and things that they were very happy. They looked like happy Snapchats, you know, social media. So it did seem to us at that time that perhaps things were improving.
Okay. When you say at that time, in those couple weeks leading up to March 24th, 2025, was it odd to you to get these Snapchats? Did you think anything of it?
Not at the time, no.
Okay. All right, Judy, I'm going to move forward to March 24, 2025. At around 11 o'clock a.m., what were you doing?
As much as I hate to say, I was listening to an audiobook and crocheting. I'm 65, not 85, I promise.
And was this at your home?
I was at home. I was in my living room crocheting and listening to an audiobook.
Nothing wrong with that. There's
Was anybody
nothing
else
wrong
home
with
with you that morning?
My husband was there. He was in the next room.
And that morning, did anybody else come into your home?
Yes, as I was sitting there, I heard the front door lock activate. It's an electronic lock, so when you punch in the code, you can hear it. And then, of course, the dog went nuts, and Emil came in with his girlfriend.
With his girlfriend?
Right.
Interesting.
Were you able to observe Emil's demeanor when he came into your house that morning?
Yes.
Okay. What were your observations of Emil's demeanor?
He was very upset. He was shaking, crying, very upset.
Judy, I'm going to jump ahead in time just a little bit. So as a result of what happened when Emil came to your house that morning, did you call or text anyone?
I did.
Who did you call?
First I tried to call and text Ariel, and I got no response. I checked her location, and I texted the defendant.
Okay. We're going to break that up a little bit, Judy. When you said trying to find her location, was that Ariel's?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and how do you...
Sorry, Ms. Bass, is that a yes?
That's a yes, I'm sorry.
No, not at all. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And
I missed that for some
how did you
reason.
attempt
Thank you
to
very
find
much.
Ariel's location?
We share locations we have iPhones, and we share our location in the app. So I can pull up her name in chat and see where she is. We've had it for years, and she was on the Poly.
Okay. Is that Ariel's location or the phone's location?
The phone's location.
And how often did you use the sharing locations function on your phone?
Oh, quite a bit.
In terms of timing, when did you try and look up Ariel's location on your phone?
From the time that Emil came to visit me, through even when because we came to Oahu pretty quickly thereafter, and even when we were at the hospital, her phone was still on the Poly, even though Ari was still in the hospital. So I actually gave my phone to the detective to see if they could locate the phone.
Okay. I'm going to backtrack just a little bit, Judy. You mentioned that you texted the defendant. Do you remember what time you texted him?
It was 11:33.
11:33 a.m.?
Yes.
Okay. And what did you text the defendant?
Is Ari okay?
When you texted the defendant, is Ari okay? did he respond saying that Ariel attacked him?
No, sir, he did not.
Did the defendant respond to your text saying Ariel went crazy?
No, he did not.
Ms. Mast, when you asked the defendant through text if your daughter was okay, did the defendant respond at all?
No, he did not.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Thank you.
Wow.
Very briefly, good afternoon, Miss Mass. When Emil got to your house,
Can't call her Judy.
he was very upset, visibly shaking, correct?
When he came in, yes, he was very upset. He was visibly shaking, yes.
Yes. Very upset, visibly shaking, crying, emotional, distressed, yes?
He didn't start crying and being very emotional until he started to talk to me. But then, yes, he did cry and he was emotional, yes.
At your house, while he was there. So there were times he was very upset, he was shaking, there were times he was crying, he was emotional and distressed while he was at your house, yes?
Yes.
All right, thank you, ma'am. No further questions.
Wow.
No, thank you.
Thank you very much for being here. You can sit down.
Thank you.
Watch that first step.
Thank you very much.
Was not asked to identify the defendant.
May we approach?
Yes.
So they're going to approach, and we're going to end for the day. That takes us through. Takes us through the end of day 6.
Your Honor, would this make... On the morning of March 24th, 2025, did you receive any calls from either Ariel or the defendant?
I did.
Okay. And which was it?
From the defendant.
Hang on.
Who contacted who?
Defendant contact.
Okay, we've already heard that part. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's the end of day 6. We get to the end of day 6. but I know.
Remember in the beginning when we started 110
November, you
years
can't
ago?
get off work, and you're gonna have to be on the replay crew, and it's gonna be terrible. I promised a late night. It's 6:19. It's 6:19. I turn into a pumpkin in like an hour and a half. Laura's like, it's 11:20 here. Come on. Northwest, you guys are out a little further than me. Still enjoying a little bit of sunshine. We've got some as well. It's not quite dark here, so. My bum's numb. I think I do need to change my chair. Talk to the doctor about it. He's like, what'd you do to cause this problem? I'm like, nothing, doc. I did absolutely maybe that's the problem. I did nothing to cause it. And I'm like, I do sit in a chair for 9 hours a day, and I got a new chair recently. Maybe that's what it is. So might have to look at a new chair, but I'm not going to invest in I can't afford one that the judges have. Those amazing luxury plush leather with the metal studs, tufted. Oh my goodness. Nice chair. AWOL recommends new chair time. Come on, RA, your people need you. Here's what we got. Let me tell you why we're stopping here. We are still on catch up, but Hawaii is not holding court on Monday. So we're going to be catching up 7-8 on Monday. And then Tuesday, they don't start till 3 o'clock. We're going to be all caught up. And then we'll be able to be live for closings. That's my plan. I would never be awake. This is part of my concern, Super T. Are they in court today? No, I don't think so. Don't think they are, because it's a holiday. It's Good Friday. They're taking it off. Y'all will be complaining Monday with nothing to watch. Kim! Let's get a chair. Kim, thank you so much. You're amazing, Kim. Kim R16 comes with a huge super chat. Thank you. Trust the process. This is culprit stick. Yes, trust the process. It's all going to work out. I'm pretty sure I can just get like a cushion, like a pillow to sit on. Of course, I'm going to be like this tall then. I'll have to change everything. But I can also do something that I'm planning to do this weekend as well, which is fix the cables on my desk. I might have to move a few things around, but fix the cables so that I can use the standing desk portion again. Right now my cables are tangled so badly. I know, cord management, it's a thing. But they're tangled so badly that my desk can't quite go tall enough for me to stand. You just get like a chest shot. And a few of you have asked for that, but this is not that type of channel. So we're not going to do that. I'm going to fix the cables so I can actually raise the desk without unplugging some of the equipment, because I do have a big power strip on the ground that has to be plugged in. And then I believe standing will be beneficial in more ways than one for me. I think it'll help my back and my shoulder. And then possibly getting a chair. I know my kids already have their eyes on this chair. They're going to be like, yeah, I call Dad's chair. But Secret Lab chairs are the best. I've seen a lot of those around. Maybe I can call them up and say, hey, can you sponsor the show? I promise to show just how comfortable your chairs are by sleeping in it on a regular basis on a live stream. I'm not sure if that's a selling point or not, but that would be fun. Some of my jokes need either red or greeners in the audience. We miss them. They're busy. They're busy. And I have to say thank you. Oh my goodness, Josh, Amber, Samantha. We've had here in chat here this last little bit. Thank you very much to our amazing mods who just work like triple time, making everything fun, welcoming people, keeping an eye on chat. Whacking the moles occasionally when you need to whack a mole, because that once in a while has to happen. You guys have been great today, so I don't think we had to whack any moles really. But Josh, Amber, working. I think Josh has been doing all the pins, not just typing them up, but actually pinning them for me, which is a first, I think, for him. He just found out how to do it. I gave him permission a long time ago, I think, but he figured out how to do it. So. Thank you. Virginia Little said, Kim said chair. Choo choo. Virginia, thank you very much. I can see your head bobbing when you walk and watch.
From the state of Georgia.
Yeah. Don't ever get a gaming chair. What's the difference? I mean, I didn't realize this is more of a judicial type chair, right? I would say this is probably maybe not really a lawyer's chair, because it's not that comfy, right? It's pleather, first of all. But maybe a paralegal's chair. I think I've got a paralegal's chair right now. If I upgrade to a lawyer's chair, that would be great. Laura Lee, Annie, thank you very much. To all those celebrating Easter, have an absolutely wonderful weekend, everybody. This is a wonderful time of year, whether you celebrate Easter or not. I myself do celebrate Easter, and it's just a great time to be alive and celebrate. So thank you. And by the way, wow, Laura Leanne, another massive super chat. Thank you. The mods are the best. Absolutely. Pantuflay, happy whatever you celebrate, even if it's just the weekend. This weekend does need to be celebrated. Amber's mom is back in the gallery. Amber's mom, thank you very much for your support. Love having you here. Love having the whole family. The whole family. Is that okay? Can I say that? Is that invest in Harmon Miller? Don't they make clocks as well? Or is it just chairs? Like, I thought they made like somebody Miller makes grandfather clocks. Yeah, you're all amazing. Absolutely amazing. So we better see a new chair in your future. I have to find one. I need to find a store where I can sit in it, right? Because I don't just want to order one on the internet because, it had 4 stars and somebody said, it worked for me. 0 gravity chairs, I would be asleep in a heartbeat. I would just be out. Let's see, if they start Tuesday at 3 p.m., then what time do we start? Will it be 9? Probably, Donna, because we have to start in the morning to get, how many, let me do a quick peek. How many days behind are we? Can somebody do the math for me? Check. Let's turn this off. Here, go here. They're on day 8, I believe. We might have to court hop in the morning. I think we're basically caught up is the thing, but we do have a lot of hours. So day day 7 is a full day. Day 8 is 5.5 hours. We have to do both of those on Monday. So we'll probably get through most of the way of all of day 7 and part of day 8 on Monday, then finish up day 8 and then start day 9 when it starts live. The sun is up. Why are we stopping? Josh, you're like, I have more messages to pin. We can make this happen. Yeah. You guys are the best. All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. Do please be safe. Have fun. If you're taking pictures, please send them to the burner phone, as long as the appropriate ones. I've seen some amazing sunrises, some flower pictures, Airbnb pictures, all sorts of things. I love to sort of just hear a little, about what happened for your weekend. WeatherWatch sends me pictures of ducks in his front lawn sometimes. It's great. Big shout out to WeatherWatch, who's actually watching right now, but not in chat because he's got work stuff going on. Yeah, just send a picture. I'll try to respond to as many as I possibly can. All right, cue the music, man. Cue the music so we can go and get some more watch hours somewhere, right? There we go. Video of 2 rabbits fighting. I'll take it. Amber, thank you very much for being here. I told you he's here. I told you. I knew it. You can tell. Amazing podcast like that last night as well. If you missed it, do watch. Go back on the replay and catch the podcast. We had a lot of fun. Talked a lot about cars for some reason. Cars featured highly in the podcast. And then WeatherWatch just blew me away with the dad jokes at the end. I was not prepared. I had come in completely unprepared for that.
110 years ago.
Let's see. I think that's all. I know I'm missing a whole bunch of messages here, but thank you all very much. This is the best place to watch true crime. It's because of this amazing community. I count it as a blessing to be able to do this for work, to provide for my family, and enjoy what I do every single day. Not many people get to claim that as their job. For me, it's wonderful, and I thank you for it. It means the world to me. Tonight, when you go home, please hug the people you love, smile at someone, make their day just a little bit better, and please stay safe. Do go live again on Monday morning, probably about 9-ish. that's our start time. We've got to do a little more catch up. We're going to be caught up before this goes to the jury on Tuesday. Closings, we're going to be hearing those live, and it's going to be awesome. So y'all are the best. I totally see the rabbit fight to video game music. Super T, I see your picture. Yes, I saw that. That was like it was a medical type picture. I think I don't have a tumor in my near future, but I'm thinking we're good. You guys have a great weekend. You're amazing. Be good to each other. We'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye. Oh, that's my toy. That's the wrong picture. Hang on. Wait. There we go. See you guys.
Thank you, sir. You're my new best friend.
It's bigger than you. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than all of us.
I forgot to say.
I think I'm about to catch a
Wait,
wolf.
I'm still here. See, those of you that didn't leave, you get a bonus. Tomorrow night, Saturday night, 9 p.m. Courtroom Confidential.
The apocalypse may be upon us.
We'll be on with Josh Ritter. We're going to be talking about this case out of Hawaii. We're also going to be talking about the not Lori Vallow. Lori Vallow gets her appeal.
Remember in the beginning when we started 110 years ago?
I remember. We're also going to be talking about Letitia Stout
in front of the Walmart
in Colorado. New trial ordered. Their conviction has been overturned. She's going back to court.
Scratch all that.
Hashtag justice for Gannon. All right, we'll see you guys. Bye-bye.